Greetings, I'm Parent and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of the 7th Citadel going through Derricks' Awakening. We're moving into the 3rd mission in our book. I'm having an absolute blast with this game. All these cool things that are being uncovered and all the neat things we're seeing. I can hardly wait to continue. At this point, we're going to be going forward into, like I said, Mission 3. Before we do that, there's a few things I want to mention from the last video that I want to correct. First off, when we had to give up a barter item to, I forget his name, one of the guys in one of the cards, I gave up my flute. Now, I totally missed that the juggling balls were also a barter item. I'm going to get rid of this one and I'm going to keep this one. It didn't have any effect in the way the game ended, but I want to keep my flute as opposed to the juggling balls. So we're going to put that back into our, we're going to return that to the box. The other one is when Denim decided to do her second rest, I kind of did the same thing I did with Brooks, and her card is different. It's choose up to 3 cards from your discard pile and shuffle them back in your action deck. I don't get the option of blocking this to put 6 like I did with him. Also, as you noticed at the end of the video when I noticed that I couldn't have actually gotten the ballista, we were able to rectify all of that. But in doing so, I also had to lose one of my Hope Reborn cards. We do only have 4 Hope Reborn cards going into this mission. So we're going to use our Hope Reborn cards and then go forward with the game and see how it all transpires. I want to thank everybody in the comment section who were able to point out a few of the things that I made an error on, and that way you can learn from these as well. Hopefully I put them in the Klingon subtitles in the last video. Also check the pinned comment of the last video and you can find some of the errors there. Let's go ahead and see if Denim and Brooks can make it through the 3rd episode of Derricks' Awakening. And if you're excited to do that, then I need you to meet me at the table. Here's our destiny tree from where it is, and we're going to moving right into the Hope Reborn step. Now remember, Denim is actually ill, and that's not a card that we can just get rid of. We have to figure out how to get rid of this card. Now there is a building in the settlement that allows me to get rid of that card. So I think our best bet is to spend 2 Hope Reborn cards to be able to build that building. Now, how are we going to get to that building? That's a great question. The way we could is we could go through here, and remember this 301 card, I've been told is some of these cards out, I haven't been told, but they must be really good because they're way on the outer rim and it's hard to get a hold of these cards. So that's one way to do it. I think we're going to go 1 here, 2 here, and that gets rid of 2 of our Hope Reborn cards. Our 3rd one we're going to do is going to be right here. I think we're going to go down this one. That path all connects. Well, we're going to go, where is another one? There's one right here. You can go this way. No, we're going to go this way. There we go. It's going to cost us 2 Hope Reborn cards to build the building because it's a 2 spot building here. And I'm using the other one to check off this symbol right there, which is I'm going to be returning cards. I'm going to be making my deck smaller, which is kind of good and kind of bad, but hopefully get rid of cards we're not really using and hopefully getting ones that help us a lot more. Also, I got a comment saying that maybe some of these reflex cards would be pretty good. So I'm going to grab one of these reflex cards and maybe we can start going in this way to try to get to 314. That could be our next little thing. Look at all these reflex cards in that direction. Would be kind of good. All right, so that is how we're going to spend our Hope Reborn cards. We're going to gain 2 into our buildings. We're going to gain 1 in. We're going to gain 1 reflex card. Since we haven't seen these 2 before, I'm going to show them right here. The first one says honed reflexes will make all the difference when the time comes. One player gains 1 random reflex skill card if available and shuffles it into their action deck. The other one is that you can decide to focus on some of your skills at the expense of others. One player returns 2 cards, or 2 players each return 1 card from their hand, their action deck, or discard pile. So it's a way to make my deck become a little bit smaller or get cards out that we're not using. So let's take advantage of those 2 things. First, we're going to get rid of 2 cards. The ones I've decided to get rid of are going to be save your energy from both of our characters. It was really tough to decide what to get rid of. I didn't even think it was going to be that tough, but it really was. The reason why is because the cards I thought I'd want to get rid of actually had successes, just straight up stars on them. And I'm going with the fact that having successes on your cards to me is going to be better than the actual text on the cards. These are both really good at saving energy, and of course we came really close to not having enough, but I'm going to get rid of both of these cards for our characters. And next we're going to grab our reflex cards. We get to add one of these to one of our characters' decks. Here's our reflex cards. There's not as many as those skill cards here. So we're going to mix these up, and we're going to grab one of these out of this deck and give it to one of our characters. We'll have to decide which one is going to get it. We're going to give them a ruffle shuffle. Then we're going to cut them right here. We're going to grab that card. That's our card. Oh, wow. It's got a big success on it. And it says here, immediately after this is revealed, you may discard this card from your hand in order to take into account the class icon in the results area. Immediately after this is revealed, you may discard cards from your hand. Okay, in order to take, okay, that's actually really good. Okay, that's fantastic. I'm going to give that to Brooks because I'm thinking I might need that more for combat. So he's going to take that reflex card and put it into his deck. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to spend those 2 points on the herbalist here. This is the herbalist shop. It says during the preparation phase, if you are at the Citadel, each character returns their You Are Ill card, which is what I'm planning to do. I got that You Are Ill card, Yuck, Yuck, Yuck card. We're going to get rid of Mr. Yuck and gain a 99 card, Hope Reborn. So that's fantastic. We're going to get back one of those Hope Reborn cards. It'll be awesome. We're starting our third mission, which is the Gladius and the Pumpkin. Here's the introduction. Each player return all their cards with the keyword temporary. So anybody that has a temporary card, we're going to get rid of. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to unblock all of our cards. We're going to shuffle all the cards in the discard pile into the action deck. We're going to block all of our cards with the keyword companion. We don't have any companions, and I've given back all of our temporary cards and unblocked all of the action cards that we can, and I've shuffled all the cards for our characters. We are good to go. We'll continue our adventure with the community that has gathered at your request in the center of the camp. Since their arrival, you have had doubts about Ridla and her henchmen. They were wearing Kellyan uniforms and carried the standard of the Necrodruid, an orange pumpkin on a black field. But they do not have the characteristic weaponry. You would have expected them to be equipped with famous corches that give off an irritating gas when they explode, or with grenolls capable of throwing dreaded char pits. I'm convinced that Ridla and her henchmen are not what they claim to be. Corellia steps forward. He is as big as a bullock's and as reckless as a fledgling. And what about their banner? It's Dadashim's. She must have given it to them. How else would they be carrying it? They are more like a marauding band than a military unit. Their only aim is to live off the land like common parasites. What do you intend to do? Attack them? Why not? Answers Lennon, a young woman full of energy. The man sneers. You want to stake your lives on a hunch? You'll get us slaughtered. Dadashim will send us one of her creations, and then you'll have your proof. The crowd is getting restless, divided into two camps that are starting to shout at each other. You intervene before Leanne and Corello can come to blows. Instead of waiting for them to come back and loot our supplies again, I suggest that I go to Dadashim's Citadel and see if they are a threat we can stand up against, or if we are doomed to starve in servitude. That's right. Abandon us again and go on an adventure while we slave away to grow food and pay Ridla her tribute. Do you even know where the Citadel is? Where the burning bramble wood once stood, according to a survivor of the water bank convoy. As you're about to leave the Citadel, Walton runs up to you. Not so fast. I've managed to perfect our ground shivers. Take this model. It is more sensitive and will allow you to move without wasting days looking for a safe patch. Perhaps someone in the community has some information to share about Dadashim's Citadel. If you have 5 or higher on our knowledge chart, you can read 38. And believe it or not, we actually have 5 knowledge. We're like hitting this right on the button. We have 5 knowledge. We get to read number 38. 38 states, a teenage boy approaches you, his eyes shining. Is it true that you're leaving? Can I go with you? He asks, stamping his feet. Better if you stay here to keep the community. You never know if the soldiers choose to come back. Ah, he answers, disappointed. Are you going to find the link? What do you mean? Didn't they tell you? Sable stopped here 2 days ago before resuming her way south. She came from the garrison of the outer edges to the north. So she must have passed through the Citadel of Dadashim and may be able to give you some information. If you leave now, you may have a chance to catch up with her on the western shore of the Great Sea. I'm going to take card 154 and return the dialogue book. But first, let's check out what the link is. Oh, I already know what the link is. We learned about it in the second video. Our primary goal is to find evidence. You must travel to Dadashim's Citadel to find out if Ridla was telling the truth about her collaboration with the Necrodruid, and to determine the extent of the threat she poses. Now, before we do that, I do get to look at card 54. It says here that I am lucky. Immediately after this is revealed, if you have a You Are Jinx card and are the evil eye card in play, return this. So basically, when you must take one or more 13 cards to try your luck, instead of doing so, you may consider that the cards you should have taken are Lady Luck is on your side card. If you do, return this. Otherwise, I can use this, of course, during a gear up step. This is something I made a mistake on a while ago. I can use this during a gear up step to give myself either a shield or a star, which is going to be super good. Now I'm going to give this to Dadashim, we're going to go to that place, to Denim. We're going to give that to Denim. Now we're going to go into our preparation phase. So for this scenario, our ground shiver is level 5. Like they said, it's getting stronger. Check the corresponding box on the community page of the leaflet. Set all life point counters back to 0, then move them up to the corresponding number. We have 2 characters. So we have 25 health this time. Each character is going to draw 2 action cards to form their starting hand. Each player may unblock all of their cards with the keyword companion. For each one unblocked, they lose 2 life. We don't have any. Then we return all Hope Reborn cards that are blocked. Remember to look up your side quests, the cards in the world map, and the effects of the built buildings, so we can do all that. Then we put a 75 into play. If you can see I don't have any of these yet. If Kel's column can be seen on your feather card on the world map, you may instead put a 238 card into play. Each places their figure onto it. Okay, so in the future, we might want to think about getting some of those feathers because we can expand the map and start in different places. They kind of put new starting places for us to go, which would be pretty sweet. Now, I'm going to try a trick here. You can tell me if this is wrong for me to do, but we're going to actually take advantage of our buildings and everything before I return the Hope Reborn cards, because it's all during the preparation phase, and I believe you can kind of do anything you want in any order in the preparation phase you want. Of course, you do have to do all of these though in order to continue. Now, if I'm wrong about that, please let me know. But first, we're going to gain 1 to our production, 1 to our defense, 1 to our knowledge, and we're also going to gain 1 to our influence. Our ground shiver is going to move up to 5 instead of 3. And then I'm going to take advantage of our herbalist shop, meaning that I am going to get rid of that You Are Ill card from Denim. We're going to gain a 99 card, and I'm going to use that card right now. That's right, I'm going to use it right now. So I'm going to return 04 to the box. I'm going to gain a 99 card, and we're going to use that 99 card right now to check off another box on our destiny track. Now, I know that said I should probably be looking for a card that's going to be able to get us closer, but instead I am going to check off this box right here, giving ourselves 2 more advanced skill cards. Here's that huge thing of skill cards. We'll give it a good old truffle shuffle here, right here. There we go. And kind of spread it out a little bit. We're going to grab 4 cards. We'll grab this one. Hopefully grab new cards. I can't believe every once in a while I grab the same type of card when there's so many of these cards. We'll grab those 4 right there. We'll see what these 4 cards are. We have camouflage, where we can use some stealth to give ourselves 3 successes during a stealth and a trap action. We had a trap action a while ago and I didn't have any way of getting trapped, so I probably should have done. That's not bad to have. It's going to give us -3 to card draw as well. This one's sideways. This one's powerful. It's a star. That's awesome. This one's a star in that. It gives us 3 strengths, which we could use. This one is going to be for converse action. I can use, for every one of these, I can link another one. Now, I don't have a lot of these in either of their decks, so I don't know if Charm's going to be that great. I do have Watch Out. If you have a card with the keyword companion, well, I don't have any companions, so we're not going to use that one right now. And I don't really have anything with... do I keep the charm? It might not be bad, but again, it only is this type of symbol. I don't think I have that many in any of my decks. I think I'm just going to keep camouflage and powerful. Again, I don't think I have too many of those in my decks either. Okay, looking at my deck, I actually have, is this the card I was thinking of? Nope, that's Watch Out. Where's the one? So here we go. Charm. I actually do have 3 of these in there. I think I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep Charm and get rid of Camouflage, because linking 2 of those together is going to be super tough. Unless I could, it's going to come with it though already done, because if I draw this card, oh, I wouldn't have it in my hand to be able to do it. Okay, we're going to get rid of that card. I'm going to keep these 2, Powerful and Charm. I'm going to give Charm to Denim, and I'm going to give Powerful. We're going to give that one to Brooks. That's going to be the plan. Like I said, we're building Brooks to be our powerhouse, and Denim's going to be pretty much everything else. So we're going to take these off, and we'll continue on in the book as to how we're going to start. Now, I'll show you my trick about why I did this in just a second. Now doing that will block this Hope Reborn card, and I'm going to do this kind of before we have to unblock the Hope Reborn cards, meaning that I'll be able to put all these Hope Reborn cards back into the deck. If I'm not able to do that in that order, please let me know in the comments below, but I believe you can do the preparation stuff at any time during the preparation phase. So when I prepared to get rid of the ill card, I then took the 99 card, used it, and then blocked it. Then I unblock all the 99 cards before I go on our adventure here. The other thing we have to do is we have to grab a 50 card. We are able to grab one of those as well. So let me pull out all of the 50 cards that we have, or I should say that we don't have, and we're going to shuffle those up a little bit, and we're going to grab one of those. So here's all our 50 cards. We're going to give these a little truffle shuffle here, and we're going to draw one of these cards, see what it is, and we're going to be able to store that. Now this has to do because of our library that we built last time. I'm really digging the fact that you're going to build these Citadel things. This is pretty awesome. We're going to grab that 50 card right there, see what it says, and we'll add this to our journal. This is going to be capped in it. It says here, a chapter catches your attention. It talks about supposedly edible variety of mushrooms that appear to thrive in dry, dark environments. The tome explains how to prepare it to bring out the full flavor and avoid the potential dangerous side effects subsequent to indigestion. You may not take the following action unless this mushroom can be seen on a permanent event card attached to the terrain. For absolutely nothing, I can each Arnet card you have take a 54 card. Choose one of these cards, apply its effect, and return the other cards. Okay, so we're going to be able to put this into our journal. There must be more of those that we can do because it says that if we can do it for each card. But if we ever find those on our tile now, we can take advantage of that. I'm guessing eating them is probably going to give me some health cards of some kind. So we're going to put that into our journal with the rest of those cards. Since I don't have the 238 card, we're just going to place our bookmark right here, call it a day, and we'll come back to it in the epilogue, hopefully with a success. Let's put out card 75 and begin our adventure. But before we do, I thought I'd quickly go through our characters just to show you where we are, because sometimes I don't go to them enough. We have Denim here. She still has that alembic piece. She has the flute. Like I said, we gave the juggling balls back. We have a metal wire that is a trinket. We have a long stick, which is a weapon, secondary, and pole here. For an attack, I can not draw 3 cards to try to help out. We'll see how that goes. She's not going to be attacking anything. We have our quest for her, which is the Blood Ties quest, and she's got the You Are Lucky card. Then we have Brooks. Brooks I gave the flail to, so he now has the flail, and he has that dormant strength card, and we have all of these cards as well. I will have to admit, I was strongly considering building, I think it's like the blacksmith or something, that allows us to gain the Gladius card, because we need a new weapon. I'm hoping the flail will be enough, sorry, it's the smithy, yeah, to be able to gain Gladius, I think is what it is, and hopefully that'll help us in the future. But for now, we didn't build that because I wanted to get rid of that ill card. Hopefully he's going to be able to do okay with just the flail going forward here, or hopefully we find another weapon while we're running around out there. That'd be pretty awesome. Before we begin, I do have to draw 2 cards for each of my characters. This is going to be Denim. Denim has grabbed a Fortitude and Drop Your Guard. Those are the 2 cards that she starts with in her hand. Then we have Brooks. Brooks is going to be able to draw 2 cards. He has the Vigilance and Powerful card. All right, sounds awesome. I'll keep both of those. That sounds sweet. He can use that powerful card to give himself a success with this flail, because he can discard any or use any 3 to be able to do that. So he's got 1 success already on that flail, which is pretty sweet. All right, we now have to play out some 0 cards, or sorry, some 1 cards. So we're going to take those, shuffle them up, and then we are going to begin our journey. All right, we'll shuffle these up just like this. Give them a good old truffle shuffle here, and we'll put some out on the board. Hopefully we find some nice things that are happy. 1 here and 1 here. Now, if we're going to look at our map real quick to make sure we are going in the right direction. All right, having reread what we're supposed to do in our book, just to make sure I'm going in the right direction, doing the right things, we're actually supposed to be going towards the Bring Bramble Wood, according to our guide, because we learned it from the convoy from the water bank, which is actually above the bottomless sea, which is right here. There's the Great Sea. We're over in this area somewhere, because remember we were in the mire and we had the Inn of the Red Spiggy. So I'm going to be probably trying to go up north around this mountain range. That's going to be my plan. So we might have to go this way and north, see if we can get there. So with that knowledge, I'm probably not going to be going south very much. We're going to be going in this direction. So at this point, I am going to send both of our characters over here. Now remember, I will always be doing everything together unless I state otherwise. I'm going to have Denim take a look at this card. I have a ground trigger value of 5 or higher, so I don't have to worry about drawing any cards for this. Let's see what we have found. We found, what is this? A small group of white swamp, what is this? Snap-mouth birds swirl around screeching and snapping their jaws. Oh, barf. All right, well, really, I got to take this out? Okay. Okay. Well, good news. It's not a like red action, so I could kind of figure out what I want to do here, but this is terrible. Okay. I start with fighting something. I'll put a 3 here. I have a locked value of 2 in order to fight this thing. Okay. Good news. I already have 1 success built into this flail. We're going to gear up this flail. I'm going to have Brooks take advantage of this action and see what happens here. Oh man. All right. Yeah, he's going to do that. He's going to gear that up. If I'm able to do that, I drop it down 2, which means I have to draw 5 cards and do a thing. Otherwise, I'm going to take 1 damage, put 1 in my thing, go down to 3. I can grab as many cards as I want to get 3 successes, discard this. This one, though, I get to gain, oh yeah, I get to gain a 5. That's 5 cards. Good. We're going to do that. So we are going to try to make this happen. I'm going to draw, and I get to only chain 2 cards. I'm going to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards for him. I can only chain 2 of these, but I'm going to get a success from here. Let's see what we can do. I need some successes. I got 1, 2, 3. How many cards can I chain? I can only chain 2. That's okay. I can chain 2. I've got 2 successes right there. And then I can use this to give myself 3 punchies, and the 3 punchies are going to be able to activate this, which gives me 1 star. So that's 3 successes. We were able to knock this die down. I have to see if my flail stays in effect. Nope, there goes the flail. Oh no, I have to discard this. Okay, so now he does not have a flail anymore. All these cards are going to go in the oh, I get to keep one of them. I can make sure which ones that one is the one I played. So I can keep one of these cards. I think I'm going to keep drop your guard, because that way I can even use it on the next action. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not a chained action. Maybe there's something that gives me straight successes here. We're still going to keep drop your guard. That's going to be the deal. He's going to keep drop your guard as the card in his hand. I'm going to take this die, move it down. I need 1 success, drawing 5 cards. At this point, I'm going to use Denim. Denim is going to gear up with a long stick. It says here I can draw 3 less cards. If you do not take any successes into account, discard this. So during a fight, I could draw 3 less cards, which means I only need to draw 2 cards, which potentially could give me a success, and that's way better. I don't need 1. I only need 1 success. Oh, I did take 2 damage from this. So he's going to go down to 23 points of damage. He has 23 health. There we go. And then I'm going to, like I said, drop the die down 2, which now I'm going to draw 2 cards because I can draw 3 less because of that gear up card. So I'm going to draw 2. I need 1 success. Come on, we had 1 success. There's a success. All right. Oh, I got 2 successes. I do not get to keep these cards. And I get to bring this back because it says here, if you do not take any successes into account, discard this. I did get a success, so I get to keep that. I'm going to remove this. That was a success. I take 1 wound, going to 24, and I get an 05 card. And then I get to discard this. Oh, the birds are after me already. Our 5 card is food. I can return this to give myself 5 health. I'm going to give that to Denim. Denim is going to keep that. That's fantastic. So to add it all up, it cost us 6 cards and 3 health to kill some birds that gave us 5 cards back. Not the best return, but that's okay. We're going to put down a 94 card at this point. A plank track winds through this desolate territory. Further north, a strange stone slab looms above the dusty ground. We're going to put that out here. We've been here before. I'm going to move with Brooks. Brooks is going to move because he can grab a card and put it into his hand. So he's going to put an anticipation card during the consequence step. Shuffle 1 card from your hand one card you have revealed back into your action deck instead of discarding it. Well, that's fine. For now, I'll just hold on to that. I might get something better along the way, but for now, that's the deal. I have to put down some more cards here. We'll put down 1 here, here, and here. At this point, remember, we're trying to go northish. So we're going to go northish. We've already been all over this card before. I'm going to place my people on this road here. We know what that's all about, right? I've seen that twice. We're going to go up. So I'm going to grab this card. I'm going to have Denham's going to take a look up here. Let's see what she finds. Not birds. You're preoccupied with your ground shiver. Its petals keep opening and closing. For I can craft action or a magic action. Everything seems to be in order for the time being. Okay. I can grab 2 cards and keep them, and okay, we're going to do that. All right, we're going to do the craft action here. I have to grab 2 cards, or 2 or more cards, sorry, and I can only keep I can keep 2 of them, and I need 1 success. This can't be too tough, right? I just need 2 cards. Let's see if there's anything I can do here with a craft action. Maybe Brooks has something. We're just going to have Brooks do this. Brooks is pretty good at crafting, right? Maybe? I don't know. He's going to take 2 cards. Come on, Brooks. What do you got? He's going to go 2 cards. I need 1 success. So I got half a success. Oh, I got a success. I don't get to keep them. That's okay. Oh, I do get to keep them. Everything seems to be in order for the time being. I get to keep one of these cards. Intuition, I look top 3 cards, or Fortitude. I'm going to keep Intuition. That's fantastic. Intuition is a super good card. I'm actually going to play this card. During the consequence test, shuffle 1 card you've revealed back into your action deck and instead of discarding it. So we're going to play that to put Fortitude back into the deck, and then I will keep my Intuition card. We'll shuffle Fortitude back into here. There we go, just like that. Fortitude is back in the deck. It's only a half star, so I don't really know why it's that great to have in there, but cards are cards, as far as I'm concerned. At this point, why don't we play Intimidation? I'm going to grab Intimidation, and no, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. There might be a chance that if I know something's coming, then that'd be the way to do it. I'm going to discard this. I don't have to worry about that. That goes in the past. We'll put down 86 and continue on our super journey of awesomeness. 86 states, let's see here, a mountain rises to the west of a wide crevasse. It is the first of an impassable chain, the name of which escapes you. Boulders the size of houses have broken from its slopes and tumbled down. You distinguish a cave in the rock face. All right, let's see what it looks like. There's some red dots down here that I don't have any access to. I just put a 3 card art, and there's a 41, 140. I can go look at some stuff here. All right, I think we're going to move up to that card. We're going to move there. Brooks has 3 cards. Denham has 2 cards. We're going to draw Denham's card. Spare no effort. During the results step, you draw an additional card and reveal it. I'll put that. Do I want that in the discard pile? I think that's fine. We'll put that in the discard pile. I'm going to put a number 3 out there. I'm just going to grab one from the box, and let's see what this one says. A ground shiver level of 5 or higher, so I could walk in that direction if I wanted to. Let's take a look at some of these things. We've got 2 here and 2 there. Let's start over here. We're going to have Denham take a look at that. We'll grab 2 cards. She has got Anticipation. During the consequence test, shuffle up to 2 cards. It doesn't really matter. An authority, I don't get to keep them. I'll just dump them in the discard pile, and I get 138. We'll see what's on there. It states, you carefully climb without much difficulty to the cave leading into the side of the mountain. There's probably some evil monster in here. The silence here is disturbed only by the dripping from stalactites. Okay, let's see here. It says, you feel safe and sound up here in the cool place away from the dangers that lurk below. There's one of those little mushrooms. All right, it says here, if you want to take the following action, you must return 2 cards with the keyword blessing or 2 glimmer of hope cards. And if I do, I can rest here and take a 152 card. I don't even know what a 152 card is, but there is a mushroom there. And I can use my book here that says for each mushroom card, each capped quest card you have in take a 54 card, choose one of these cards, apply its effects, and return the others. So we're going to do that. I'm going to grab a 54 card. There are actually 3 of them. We're going to shuffle them all up here. Give them a good old shuffle. We're going to grab one of these cards. We'll grab this one right here. This one says, you inspect the mushrooms carefully before tearing off a piece and putting it in your mouth. It says here, crunch, 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 slurp. Not bad, delicious, even. You help yourself to a second piece. I get to put 4 cards or return a card with, or if you return a card with keyword blessing, I get to put 8. All right, I get to put 4 cards back into my thing. Then it says, it doesn't say, so I just put that in the past, I believe. I don't believe I get to put that back in the deck. It doesn't say return this, unless it did on the actual card where the mushrooms from the 50 card that we originally read. Let's see, I don't think it said that. It says on the card that I can look through, choose one of these cards, apply its effect, and return the other card. So I get to keep that card, but I do have, so I don't get to keep that one. I do get to put 4 cards in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so just one of these stays out. I'm going to put Spare No Effort is going to stay in my discard pile. I'm going to put all these together. And there we go. Our deck for Denim has gotten bigger. That mushroom was awesome. I don't even like mushrooms. The next thing I'm going to do is I could do this. I do have 2 Glimmers of Hope. Do I keep them or do I get a 152 card? It's so tough because if I can get 3 more of these, I can get a 99 card. I'm going to keep the Glimmer of Hope. What the heck? I think these are some, I think those are the blessing cards of some kind, the 150s, but I'm going to not do those. We're going to go up here now. We're going to take a look up there. We're going to have Denim do that because she has 8 of mushrooms. So she feels real good. On the double and second wind. I don't get to keep these because I'm just looking up here. I'm going to grab a 140, was it 141? And we'll see what we find here. This card states, a crevasse around 30 paces wide leads deep into the bowels of the collapsing land. You walk along it for a long time in search of a way through. And then we have, what is this? At the narrowest point of the crevasse, you spot a team of workers finishing the deck of a wooden bridge. Another is putting up a building construction material. Tree trunks and ropes are stored nearby. An elderly man is giving instructions. I don't see why I don't do this. Let's go look at number 54 in the dialogue book. We'll have Denim do that as well. Standing on huge stilts, an old man dressed in rich clothes yells into a megaphone, "Further to the left, you donkey! That's better! You people over there, grab the rope and support Theobald!" The man swimming in a faded doublet comes towards you in a few long strokes. "Ah, you're just in time. A bunch of misfits is going to drive me crazy. A little help would not be denied, but I see you're hesitant. Who is this scoundrel that comes to bother you? You must be asking yourself. Well, you should know that I am Beryld Soberport of Allenrock, former master of the Plans and Mechanisms Guild of Valengard. I participated in the restoration of our late city's Alembeck when I was not yet 20 cycles old. I still have some pleasant memories of that time." He begins to chuckle, fingering his beard, his eyes lost in the distance, before suddenly exclaiming, "Ah, yes, my project. Can you guess why I'm wearing these stilts? For the same reason I'm having my palace built above the void, to escape the burrowers. They will be back one day. Make no mistake, this lull won't last forever." He looks over you from head to toe before resuming. "So, will you lend us a hand? A few days at most. The bridge would allow you to reach the opposite side without having to go around the crevasse. If you have Alembeck Valengard quest card, read 190. I don't think we have that. If you wish to help this eccentric individual build his palace, take a 164 card and return the dialogue book. Otherwise, return the dialogue book. I think we're totally going to help him out. I just have to check to see if we have the Alembeck of Valengard. The only thing we have is Alembeck pieces. I don't think we have Alembeck Valengard card. Doesn't say anything about that. We just have pieces of it. If we had the whole thing, maybe that'd be something different. But we don't. So we're going to go to 164. We're going to grab the card at least. 164 states, a quick inspection of the site gives you an idea and scope of the task. There's still so much to do. Okay, you can assist Beryld Soberport of Allenrock and his group in the construction of a bridge palace to cross the crevasse located north of the Citadel. To do this, you will have to return to the Citadel to give instructions for the community to leave the vegetable gardens and go to the construction site. During the preparation phase, if you are at the Citadel and your production score is 10 or higher, you can send a team to help complete the construction of the building palace. Banish a green 141 card from the adventure deck without revealing it. If you do, I am going to gain 1, I think that's reputation. I'm going to take a 99 card and then banish this. So I am super sad right now because this is going to be something that would have helped me now, but it's not going to help me at all, right? And it would have helped me if I would have had it done. I don't have it done. So instead, I'm going to put this in my quest deck. We're going to deal with this next time, but at least it'll help us get across next time we do this. So sadly, I'm going to have to find another way across the crevasse because I don't have, unless I want to fail this and then go back to the Citadel and build the bridge. That ain't going to happen. So we're going to keep on going. Just like in the 7 Citadel or 7 Continent, I should have probably kept exploring some of these other places when I was doing some of the other quests, and I could have had this built when we came, probably during the first quest. I think I had this card open, but we decided not to check out some of this stuff, and I should have done it, looking back on it. But also 10 production. Do I even have 10 production? I think I do now. I do now during the preparation phase. I would have had it this turn to be able to build that. Oh well. I'm going to go over here. We'll have Denim do it. We'll look at our card. What do we got? It says about 100 paces away, an individual waves to you. If you'd rather go your way, discard this. Otherwise, I can spend 1. If your ground shiver level's 5 or higher, discard this and read 211. Otherwise, discard this and read 196. All right, now I can spend a thing to talk to this die. I'll have Denim discard this. What is it? Alert. Do I need alert? Oh, it doesn't matter. I can't keep it. It doesn't matter if I want it or not. I'm going to go to 211. The man is a stonemason looking for a place to go. Roll a die to learn the name of the place he is looking for. He is looking for number 6, the Smoking Quarry. If this place is seen on a feather card on the world map, you point out the direction to the individual who offers you something in return before setting out again. Take a 199 card and a 154 card. Return the dialogue book. If you do not know this location, the man tells you that he does not have the time to talk any longer and leaves. Oh, I need to get some feather cards. All right, that's it. Nothing here. I'm going to grab card 161. That card states, a wide crevasse prevents you from continuing north. You squint to protect your eyes from the sandy soil being whipped up by the wind. All right, we're going to, here we go. This looks kind of neat. We're going to have to cross that, I'm sure, in order to go north. That'll be awesome. Yeah, that's it. I guess we'll move over here. I'm going to move there. Is there anything, numbers on those? That doesn't look like it. Denim's going to move there. I'm going to grab a card. She has intimidation or intuition. I can look at the top 3 cards. I'm totally going to keep that. And I'm going to then put them back in any order I want. At this point, I can look over here. Then maybe that's a way across the gorge. I am going to use Denim again to take a look. Right there, we have found Inflexible. Oh, this is really good too. I can use this to gain any amount of those flags I want. Do I want to get rid of Drop Your Guard? Yes. I'm going to get rid of Drop Your... Oh, no, I don't get to keep this card. I just get to discard it. The cards I want to keep, I don't get to keep. Then I get to look at a 186 card. Hopefully that's a way across the gorge. It states right here, you lean cautiously over the edge of the crevasse. On the ledge below, you see debris of a cart next to the carcass of a bullock. The rest of the team must have fallen into the depths. Oh my gosh, poor guys. Let's see what we got here. With no real rough patches or crevices, the wall offers very few handholds. Oh my gosh, look at this. I need 3. I can only have 3 cards. I need 7 successes. That ain't going to happen. But I get a 179 card and I get to keep one of them. Otherwise, I'm going to fall to my doom probably. 10 life points. Look at this. Look at this. You gain, each involved character takes a 0-3 card and you lose 10 life points. Yeah, not going to happen. We're going to go this way. We'll have Denim take a look at this card. Oh, found a jagged rock. Rock on. Since we're both involved in this, I believe I can give it to whoever I want. I'm going to give that to Brooks. Brooks needs a weapon. Fantastic. I'm going to put down a 90 card now. This states, the ravages of burrowers have devastated the landscape. The once green hilly region is now wasteland traversed by path of broken planks. The great sea has taken the opportunity to spread out on all sides, pushing the northwestern shoreline all the way here. Now again, like I said, we've seen many of these cards before. I'm going to go here. I was actually hoping I could have gone north, but I can't. So I'm going to move down here. Denim's going to move. We're going to grab a card. She has flight. She's not going to take that. I'm not going to look at any of these cards because we've already seen all these. There's nothing really to see here. I'm going to get on this bridge though and put down another 1 card. We know what happens when you're not on the bridge sometimes. So we're going to put that card there. At this point, I am going to have Denim take a look. Let's see what transpires our heroes here. You spot a dark shape against the blue sky. The bird of prey has spotted you too. It shrieks and swoops down on you. Talons bared. You must take one of the following actions. I can either try a dodge action or I can try to throw a projectile at it. If you want to take a following action, you must select a card with the keyword projectile. Well, I have a keyword projectile right here. It's a jagged rock. It says projectile on it. This is sweetness. It gives me 1 success. then I only need 1 success in order to do this. You shoot the animal in midair with a well-aimed shot. I get to keep one of the cards, and I get 5 cards in my hand. All right. Sadly, this is a card I must do right now. If I didn't, I could have played this first if this was not a right now action, but it is a right now action, so I can't play that first. So I'm just going to have to get lucky that Brooks here can grab a card with a key with a star on it. I'm going to grab 2 cards. I only get to keep 1 in the chain, but I need 2 successes. I'm already getting 1 from the jagged rock that I am going to use during my preparation phase, and I need a success. Otherwise, with the bird of prey slashes you before taking flight again, 1 damage, and then I'd have to take the dodge action, I think, and get out of here. Okay, so come on, success. No success. Success. Okay, we got success. I get to keep 1 of the cards. Sweetness. Endurance. Any of these actions, I can draw 3 less cards. Nope. Inspect. Choose 1 card in your discard pile, add it to your hand, and shuffle it back into your discard pile. I like that one a lot. Yep. We're going to do that. We're going to get rid of Vigilance. I'm going to take Inspiration. I'm going to discard the rest of these cards. I'm going to then, sadly, I think I have to discard this once I've used. Since it was selected, I have to discard it into the past. But I get another 5 card, which means I've got more food. I got food coming out the wazoo here, which is awesome. We'll grab another Provisions card. It's a food card that we're going to give to Brooks. Brooks now has no weapon, but he's got food. I'm going to get rid of this, put that into the past, and we're going to put down a 119 and see what that card says. That card states, the north wooden building overlooks the strata of cracked earth that rises up from the sea. Here we are. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so we're going to move over here with our team. I'm going to have, I think I'll have Denim do that. So she'll draw 1 card. It's a reinforcement card. I'm going to keep that one because that's awesome. I can turn 2 of those into that. I'm going to get rid of Drop Your Guard. That's going to go into the discard pile. At this point, then, I'm going to check this building out because we know what's in the building. It's a place to sleep. I'm going to have Denim do that as well. Onward, -3 to movement. That's not bad. I don't have anything really that's going to deal with that. But I'm going to keep it anyway. Oh, no, I can't keep it. It's just a toss card. Okay, I keep wanting to keep cards. In the 7th continent, you could usually, I think you could keep the cards you draw, which is a little bit different in this game. So I'm going to grab a 136. We've seen this. This is like the Piggy Inn. And this is the card that I kind of did wrong the last time. Once I found this, I came back and went up to there and had to do it again, even though it sits down here. It says the building has resisted time and war. Beneath the Spiggy on the sign, you can make out the words, the Red Spiggy, an abandoned inn without a doubt. You search from the cellar to the attic without finding anything interesting, but notice several dusty rooms still in favorable condition for travelers. So here we are. It says you enter the most spacious room, probably the one once occupied by the innkeeper. It has been an eternity since you have slept last in a real bed. So I can sleep here and gain 4 life points and then discard this card. But before we do that, you might notice right here is 121. So I'm going to grab 121 and see if that really is a deal there or not. Here's 121. It states one of the floorboards squeaks when you step on it. Notice it has a little thumbs up down here. That means that if you're looking for that card on this card, you are correct. 136 is that card. This one states, do not discard the card that enabled you to take this, all right? This now says, you bend down to examine its concealing a hiding place. You take out a box containing some items that the innkeeper had hidden. Take a 154 card, 2 149 cards, and a 249. Oh my gosh, I found a massive amount of loot. That makes me super happy. Let's go get all this stuff. The first thing we get is a 154 card, which is a You Are Lucky card. Immediately when this is revealed, if you have a You Are Jinx card in and or the Evil Eye card in play, return them. Okay, well, I don't have those. When you take a 13 card and try your luck, instead of doing so, you are considered that all the cards you should have taken are Lady Luck on your side. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, or I can just use it for a success or a shield. Okay, we're going to give that to Denim. Denim gets to keep that. Then I get, with a 2 149 cards. So we're going to give these a little truffle shuffle here. We're going to gain 2 149 cards. I think this is where I got the juggling bowls from and the flute. So we're going to grab this one right here, and we'll grab this one right there. These are 149 cards. We have found Spool of Thread, I could unblock one card with clothing or fabric keyword and then discard this. Several meters of strong thread. It's a barter trinket. And then I found a mirror. Barter card, fragile, a small finely crafted mirror, has resisted blah, blah, blah. All right, we're going to take those. Denim can have all that. That's fine. Then we're going to 249. We're going to shuffle these up. This is going to be the good cards, I hope. 249. Oh, I got some 250 cards in here, too. We get rid of the 250 cards. We just need the 249 cards. 249, 249. Oh, there's 250. All right. I get one of these. There's only 4 of them. Okay. There's only 4 249 cards. We get one of these. Let's see which one we get. We got ourselves this one. We got ourselves an Arcanist Potion. You have recovered a decanter containing a pinkish liquid. A faded label showing a ladybug hangs from the stopper. Ooh, I can get 4 of those, and I gain 2 life points when I use this, and I discard this. I can use this on any action. All right, Denim gets that as well. Denim's just loaded up here. I'm going to put, I took 250 cards. I'll put those back in the box along with these 249 cards and the 149 cards. We are going to then banish this, which means we can't get this anymore. Now, it did say to keep this card here. So I could go check to see if there's any other 121 cards. There is one more. It's a gold card. I don't see why I wouldn't check that out. So let's grab the gold 121 card and see what it says. Do not discard that the card that enabled you to take this. It says on here, the hiding place is empty now, apart from a few worthless coins stamped with the symbol of a double key. All right, well, why don't you take the coins? Coins are good. I'm sure you could use those for something, but I guess I don't get to keep the coins. I do get to return this, though, so I just could keep drawing it. It's pointless to do that. Next, Denim is going to recover. She's going to recover 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So you keep, well, I have to, sorry, I've got to shuffle these up a little bit, and we get to discard one randomly. We'll discard this one. Okay, we're getting, oh, that was a good one. All right, we'll put these back in here, and that's going to cost us 4 life, but then I'm going to just use this, which then I can gain my 4 life points and discard that into the past. We're just going to shuffle her deck up, and her deck is looking pretty good. So there we go, just like that. The only thing I didn't do is I forgot to put down the 1 card over here. Denim's going to take a look at this with Brooks assisting as always. It has been raining since mid-morning. The earth and ground has turned into quagmire that is extremely difficult to move through. I remember this one. Sadly, it is not the day I'm hoping for. Look at the timepiece. My timepiece today says that it is 1:30 when I'm recording this. So that means that each character is on the active player's train card must discard 2 cards. Denim discards 2 cards, Jack of all trades, and Inspiration. Brooks is going to discard 2 cards. That is going to be Consider and Ground Shiver Knowledge. Oh no, that's a good card in case I have to go somewhere that I don't have a Ground Shiver for. With that done, I am going to discard this. We'll put that into the past, and we'll put down a 128 card. This card states, at the bottom of the steep hills, a path goes down to the rocky screen that obstructs the passage. All right, here we are. We have a 3 and a 2, so we'll put that here. I'll put down a couple new cards here. We have 3s, so I'm going to shuffle these up, and we'll put them down. And we also have some 2s. All right, here we go. Shuffle the 3s, put a card right here. Then we'll shuffle up the 2s and put them down as well, which is going to go straight down. And let's see what these are going to be. I think these are the ones that need 5 or higher, right? No, this one needs 3 or higher, lower. So I could go there, or higher, I mean. This one is a 5 or higher. So I'm guessing that's the way we have to go, because our Ground Shiver kind of tells us that that's the deal. It's going to cost me 1 to move over to this. I'll let Denim do it. Denim is going to grab Determination. She's going to keep Determination. She's going to get rid of, oh my gosh, which one do I get rid of? We're getting rid of Reinforcement. I think that's the deal. I'm going to return that, and I'm going to keep this for moving. Whenever you do move, you get to keep the card that you walk. Now, of course, he moving over here for free doesn't mean he gets to keep anything. For 0, I can go check out 140. I don't see why I don't do that. So we're going to look at 140 and see what that holds for us here. 140 states, the rock in this region is of excellent quality, high prized by stone cutters, and ideal for construction. The card states, in addition to being useful for construction, the rock offers many hiding places. You can use it for hiding, climbing, and attacking. When you check off a build a place symbol in the Destiny page of the Citadel leaflet, if the rocky gorge can be seen on one of the feather cards in the world map, check one additional box on the building page of the Citadel leaflets, then discard this. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Dang it, I don't have any of those cards, so I can't do it. Oh my gosh, that sounds really good though. Okay, that's all that's there. I'll move our characters over here. We're going to take a look at this. Denim is going to take a look at this, see what she has found, or Den has found. You inspect the area. The place seems safe enough for you to stop. If you have Allenbeck Valengard card, take a 550. Otherwise, I have to do this action. It cost me 0. I have to take 1 success. You still have energy to spare. I get to gain a card and unblock 1 card. The effort you put in is starting to take its toll. Take a 0/1 card. Yuck. All right, here's the deal. I'm just going to do this. For my gear up step, discard this during the gear up step. I'm going to discard this to give myself a success. I'm going to get my success. I'm going to draw no cards. I'm going to get rid of that. I can unblock a card and put a card in my hand. I didn't draw any cards. That's just going to be the deal. I'm going to move to 79. Okay, I think this is a new place for us. We've seen all the other places we've been to so far. This place, I think, is going to be new. Let's see what we find. It states, the numerous stumps that litter the ground testify for logging work that has been done here. Further north, the bridge spans wide crevasse. Okay, so we got to go north here. That's going to be our plan. Okay, look at that place. Oh, it's going to cost more to walk off this tile. All right, let's move this map a little bit so we can get these new places in order here. All right, this looks cool. I get to put a 1, 2, and 5. So let's grab some of those there. I've got a 5 right here. We've got a 1 that goes that way, which I'm probably not going to go because I want to go up here. So we're going to grab a 2 card. The 2 card is that one of the ground shivers of 3 or higher. All right, so we can go that way. At this point, I need to move. I'm going to have Denim move, which means she can move over here. This Allenbeck is going to follow her, and he's going to come this way, and I am going to grab a card, second wind. She gets to keep that, which then I could block this to put 3 cards back into my action pile. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Why not? I'm just going to do this right now. I'm going to use second wind to block it. Block that. I'm going to grab 3 cards from my discard pile and shuffle them back into my deck. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And we keep these 2 out of it, which one of them's pretty good, but that's okay. Keeping her deck going here. I like this. Like that. Might as well use it since I had the card. Hopefully that wasn't a success on there, was it? No, it wasn't a success. Otherwise, I might think about keeping it. All right, shuffle her deck up a little bit, and we're going to be all set to move on. Let's see what our card has in store for us. I have a 260 I could take a look at, or we could start going north. 260 is free. I don't see why we don't check that out. There's 2 of them. We're going to give them a good old little shuffle here. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And we're going to grab this one. This one says, a few steps away, a large bird is pecking the ground in search of grubs. If you move any closer, the prey will probably fly away. You might try to hit it with one of the few stones that litter the ground. Discard all 260 cards from the adventure deck without revealing them. All right, so there's one other 260 card. I'm going to discard that card into the past. Then it says here, if you would rather go on your way, discard this. Otherwise, during the following action, consider you have a card selected with a keyword projectile. I don't have any projectiles, so we're just going to discard this. All right, I could have gotten some more food. I don't have any projectiles. Done. We're going to move up. Here we go. Whew. All right, Denim. Let's see what you can find. Brooks, you're helping her out. She has found, what's this? You cross the stretch of tall grass and keep your eyes open for any beasts lurking there. During the draw step of the following action, you may not draw more than 3 cards. During the result step, you are focused. Gain 1 success. Okay, I have 0. I need 2. Okay, take a 276 card. If not available, you find an object that some distracted traveler dropped here, 149 card, and you notice nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, I can grab as many cards as I want. I need 2 successes. It's not a locked action, and you are focused. I already have 1 success on this. Let's grab, okay, I could gear up something and just instantly make this, but I don't think so. I've got enough cards now. I've got lots of cards in my little thing here. We're just going to grab, I think, 3 cards. 3 cards would definitely give me a success, I'm sure, because I want these cards. All right, so let's see what we got. We got half a star. We got 1 success. There we go. Oh my gosh, barely got it. I barely got it. All right, we're going to discard all 3 of those because I don't get to keep them, but I do get to take a 276 card. 276 states, a skinny young man is lying in the tall grass. You lean over him. He is still breathing. You shake him gently and he comes to. You should never have eaten those mushrooms. I should never have eaten those mushrooms, but I was hungry and they were there to consume, he says, dusting himself off. He introduces himself. Bald, director and poet, or at least I will be. My parents wanted me to stay with them, but I plan to make a name for myself in town. That said, it would be safer if I traveled with someone who can recognize edible mushrooms. Who's this guy? Bald. He's a companion, artist, scholar. Artist, artist, artist. I think we needed an artist in order to deal with that contraption over there. I think it might be a good thing to do. Every 2 cards you choose to discard from your hand, give me one of these. Okay. And he can gear up. When you discard this or return this, banish this. Oh, okay. He can do all these things. I'm going to keep him. He's a good guy. I think so. When you discard this. So I don't... Okay, so I can still gear him up. It doesn't say you discard him when you gear him up, I don't think. So well, Denham's got a companion now. That's sweet. He's got bald. All right. Then I do know about mushrooms, that's for sure. I'm going to discard this card. I think so during the result step. It doesn't say if you're able to find the object, distracted, traveler dropped here. I don't think I banish it. I couldn't have drawn more than 3 cards. Well, I'm glad I only drew 3 cards. I put it in the past. I don't think I banish it. And I'm going to place down a 178 card. 178 states, in the distance you can see a wide crevasse that a bridge crosses at the narrowest point. At each end, 2 sturdy trunks strengthened by necrodruidic magic have enabled it to withstand until today. All right, let's see what it says here. Okay, it's going to cost me 2 to move across this. I can keep one of the cards, put a 279 or a 79 card into play in the space shown, unless it's already there. Discarding any exploration cards revealed or not, occupying the space beforehand. Each involved character moves their figure to the train card. Discarding any exploration card, revealed or not, occupying the space beforehand. I think, okay, so I'm going to put it here. There we go. That's the deal. And then this is just a kind of a bridge card here to get across. It's going to cost me 2 to go across this. I get to keep one of the cards, and I'll put a 279 card or a 79 card into play depending on which way I come from. And then I'll discard any exploration cards revealed or not, occupying the space beforehand. So if there's a card up here, a card down here, exploration card, I would discard it. Each involved character moves their figures onto this terrain card. So I'll just pay 2. I think I'm playing this right. I'm going to pay 2 to move over here, which is a 279 card. So I'm going to pay 2 cards for Denham. Den's going to grab 2 cards. She got herself Ruthless Attack and Drop Your Guard. She only has 1 card in her hand. So I'm going to keep my Drop Your Guard card because I am allowed to keep one of the cards when I move across this. He's going to do the move action, and it's going to cost him 1 less. So he still has to draw 1 card in order to move across this. He got Flight. He's going to discard that. He doesn't want Flight. Guys don't fly. And then he's going to move across to 279, and I believe this thing comes with me as well. So we'll grab card 279. Here we are. It says, a bridge spans the wide crevasse to the south. A small community has settled here near the Singing Lane. And there's the Singing Lane. Wow, one that's not ripped to pieces. All right, we'll put that right here. Oh, I see. And then if there was a card in one of these 2 places, it would just get discarded. Got it. Okay. Then I believe I put 3 cards up there. So we'll place 1 here, and we'll place 1 over here. Then I'm going to, I could check out 337 for free. I don't see why not. I'm going to get on this Singing Lane now. There we go. And let's see what 337 has to offer, and then I will move my camera. This states, there's a hamlet at the edge of the deep crevasse. Some of the houses seem to have been swept away into the fault, but some remain. Surrounded by their vegetable gardens, you knock on a door. A raucous coughing fit answers, and you decide to go inside. I don't know if I go inside, and coughing bad. Immediately after this revealed, read 409. All right, so we'll read 409. One of the few farmers not in bed looks wearily at you as you enter the room. The whole hamlet is stricken with the same disease. It started after the reversal, when half our houses were swept into the crevasse. At first it was just a bad case of fatigue, but recently the illness has gotten worse. 2 of ours died a few days ago. Black sap, what's happening to us? He says before another coughing fit. I write down Poisoned Hamlet 409 on the side quest page of the Citadel leaflet. Return the dialogue book. With that written in the dialogue book, we can return to our card here. It says, I can use the cure action. I can only keep one card, need 4 success, so that's not happening. If you choose to return one card to the keyword cure, which I don't have, you can see the relief in the farmer's face. Take a 49 card and check one box of the quest, Poison Hamlet. When 4 boxes have been checked, banish this and read 427. If I fail, it says the aid is of little value until you understand the nature of the affliction, the plagues that plagues this community. Okay, well, I'm going to have to deal with that later because I ain't getting 4 successes with only 1 card being drawn. That is not going to happen. All right. Unless I have, okay, here's the deal. There is a chance, but I mean, it's a real bad chance here. I could use my You're in Luck to give myself a success and hope that the card I draw has 2 flags on it and also a success. The chances of that are about as good as navigating an asteroid field. So I don't think that's going to happen. Work for the Millennium Falcon, I guess. But anyway, we're going to move over to this place. Remember, the place we're trying to get is kind of north and up in this direction, I think. So we're going to head, or I could go up this way. Well, we're going to go this way. We're going to stay on the road, though. We're going to go this way and see what we have found. Oh, what is this? What you thought was a swirl of dust turns out to be a swarm of flying insects. The purple skulls on their milky shells identify them as unveilers. What could they possibly be attracted to? Unveilers, take card 413. Put one unveiler figure into play. If none are available, move one that is in play on the terrain card that will replace this, or if it is not possible, on the active player's terrain card. Okay, so we're going to take a 413 card. I'm also going to take a 379 card, and we're going to kind of do all this kind of at one foul swoop here. 413 states, commonly called unveilers, these ladybugs, as big as fists but completely harmless, are familiar arcanists, treasure seekers, and other intrepid adventurers. Unveilers are attracted to magical emanations like flies to a rotting corpse. Spotting a swarm of these critters is usually a good omen, but maybe some magical items are better left buried. So on the back side here it says, when an unveiler figure is in your terrain card, you may take one of the following actions. I can take an inspection action. You are more interested in the ladybugs than in what they are buzzing about, but end up scaring them away. Return one unveiler figure on your terrain card and take a 399 card. Or I can try to dig. You dig vigorously so much that you end up scaring the ladybugs away. Return one unveiler figure on your terrain card and take a 400 card. All right, that goes in our quest book. That is a quest card for us. Here is 379. The burrowers have ravaged the western part of the area, which is punctuated with large wormholes. A portion of the singing lane enables you to go around without the risk of falling into one of them. All right, here's, oh boy, okay. Here's a card. That's amazing. Oh, I'd have to go north now. There's nothing else I can do here. So put a 3 card out there, and then we'll head over there. But I also have to put an unveiler figure, and these are little unveiler token figures. I'll put them on that card as well. So I can choose to go there, maybe dig around and find something of magic and importance. That'd be kind of cool. Or I can go north. I think I'm moving this way because this sounds super cool. I'm going to stay on the road here, and we are going to unveil a card. I'm going to have Denim use 1 card, flip it over. I have improvise. I could keep a chain card. That might not be bad. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of my drop your guard because this can only be used on a combat action. The other one can be used on any action. I can add a card to the chain, which is going to be good. At this point, I'm going to do this unveilers thing. I mean, they're here. This sounds pretty awesome. I'm going to dig. I'm going to use 3 cards here, and I'm going to dig vigorously and try to find something. Or I can take a 399. No, we're going to do the digging card. I'm going to grab 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't really matter what they are. I don't get to keep these cards. So sadly, determination in the garbage. There we go. All these awesome cards. Goodbye. And I get to grab a 400 card. But then I also have to return 1 unveiler figure on your terrain card and take a 400 card. So return this. Now we get a 400. Now the only thing I'm worried about is if you do this too many times, I wonder if all these bugs are going to come back and try to eat you because you have the magic item that they're kind of all excited about. All right, we'll grab one of these cards and see what we got. We got ourselves It's a massive metallic device. If you would rather go on your way, discard this. Otherwise, I can, for 2 cards, you finish removing the earth, which hides the base of the device before examining it. I can keep one of the cards, take a 4/16 card. If it is not available, the device is too damaged to work. Well, I'm totally going to do this. I don't see why not. I'm going to get rid of 2 cards. We're going to dig. I don't think I have anything that helps me dig. Unless I have something. I don't think I do. I don't have like a shovel or anything. So we're going to just get rid of 2 cards. I'm going to put this into the past and grab a 4/16 card. I do get to keep one of these if I wish to. I've gotten Jack of all trades and Charm. I am just going to discard both of those, even though they're both kind of cool. I'm too excited. I want a 4/16 card. This one states, the device which reaches up your waist is mounted on a ring the size of a large plate. Engraved in the inscriptions is on its edge. Reading them, you know that is an ancient teleportation portal. The steel is marked with the hallmark of the Mechanics Guild, an hourglass in a gear wheel next to that of the mages of the Arkham. This must be the result of a collaboration between the city-states of Gadlarok and Kel from when their leaders were still on good terms. Let's see what this thing does. The portal should be able to transport its user and anyone they choose to any desired location, assuming you manage to make it work. Okay, if you'd rather resume your journey immediately, discard this. Otherwise, you understand how the device works. I get one thing and take a 4/16 card and banish this. Oh, there's more than one 4/16 card? Oh, the other one's a gold card. That's why I was kind of confused. Okay, so I can try to use this if I want to. It's going to cost, I'm not going to be able to do this. I don't have anything. I'm not going to get four of these. But it'd be kind of cool. You have no idea what, turn the machine back on, immediately discard this. So that's awesome. I found a teleporter. Sadly, it's not going to be there anymore. I don't think there's any way I can do this. First off, I don't know about this casting spell idea. I locked 0. Not going to happen. I can only keep 1 and I need 4 successes. I don't think there's any way I can get that. I mean, I can chain an extra 1, which means I could get 2. If I could manage to get 2 of these symbols, I could get 2 successes automatically. And then I would need, I don't know, I would need a miracle pretty much. I got the lucky cards, that'd be 3. I don't really know if this is worth it because I don't know where I'd go. And if it zaps me off someplace and unknown and I'm in La La Land, that's going to be absolutely terrible. My game's pretty much over. I have no idea where to go. But this is awesome. I'm pretty excited about this. Maybe if we learn more about the world, I'd be able to know where things are. Well, let's take a look at the world map. Maybe that might help. Here's the world map again. Again, I don't know anything about it. Maybe if I had the feathers, if I did more feathers, I'd know more, and that might be better. But we do know it had to do with Kel and Galdrock working together. So if this thing teleports you between one of these two, cities, that's going to be bonkers bad because I'm trying to get up here. If I had to try to get to Kel and I found that, that'd be pretty awesome. I could then probably teleport to Kel or Galdrock, I'm sure is what this thing's about to do to me. So I'm not even going to do this, but it's really super cool that they have this. We're just trying to get up here. And so far, right now, I think we're right about here. And so I still need to get up there. It's quite a ways away. So I'm going to discard this card, which is too bad because I think it's a pretty awesome thing. And we're going to go up here. It did cost me 5 cards to do that too. I'm going to go up here. This one says that I need a ground shiver 5 or more. I'm going to have Denim do it. She has found herself. The ground gives way beneath your feet. You fall into a shallow rock-lined hole. During the following action, the active player is whoever revealed this. During the result step for each reflex skill card, you get an extra one. Oh, that's not good. But I do a balance action or a dodge action. I'm going to do the balance action. I can draw 0 cards. I need 1 success. Are you kidding me? You have just enough time to protect your face. Take a 13 card. If Lady Luck is on your side, you just get a scratch. Discard a card with the keyword fragile. Okay. Okay, here's the deal. I need 1 success. I'm just going to have to use I'm just going to use a card that's going to give me a success here. Good news, I've got my long stick. And for a balance action, I can just get 1 success. If this action fails, discard this. It didn't. It succeeded. I'm going to use the long stick if I gear up step. I get myself 1 success, drawing 0 cards. Fantastic! So we're going to draw a 13 card. Now I do have a card that gives me like a Lady Luck card, but I'm not going to use that because the consequence here is not too bad. So we're going to grab our 13 cards and see what happens to us. We've got those 6 vial cards. We're going to give them a truffle shuffle here, and we're going to grab one of them. We're going to grab, let's grab this one right here and see what it says. It says, the Lady Luck is on your side. Yay! The Lady Luck is on my side. Fantastic. All right, so I am going to be able to gain a 154 card if one is available. Guess what? It's not available. I've already got it. I've got it in my hand already. So we're not going to be able to gain that, but that's okay. We're going to get rid of this card. I'm going to go to 239. 239 states the arid ground here is made of rocky strata formed into platforms. The wind picks up thick layer of swirling dust. Okay, another cool looking tile. I don't see any numbers anywhere in it. I've totally been forgetting to look for those. I do see some pink stuff up there. I wonder if that's something I have. Good news, it is, this pink stuff is that coral. When this coral can be seen on your terrain card, ignore the difficult terrain. So that's going to be fantastic if we ever get there. I need to put a 3 and a 4 out. Actually, that's a 3 and a 6. And the 6 says if you have a ground shiver of 7 or higher. So my guess is we're going to be going that way. So let us move up here with our characters. That is going to cost me 1 card from Denham's deck. Denham has found Vigilance. I can turn one of the 2 of these into a shield, not going to matter. We're going to take a look at 370. Let's see what that is. There's a couple 370 cards. We'll give them a good old truffle shuffle here. There's a 50-50 on this. I'm not sure what the 50-50 is. Oh, wait, it says, oh, it looks bad. A few bones emerge from the soily earth. Oh, okay, here we go. Raising your head, you notice a Vorolic leering at a skeleton with the same interest as you. One involved character may return 1 card to keyword provisions to banish this. Otherwise, good luck is what this thing says here. I think I might just do that. I've got a provision card. We're going to banish this. It does give me a 99 card if I take him out, but I'm really low on weapons right now, so I don't think it's a good idea to try to fight something like this. It's going to probably wreak havoc all over me. We're going to banish that. Get rid of one of our food provision cards, and we'll return this to the box. Sadly, I didn't think there was going to be much choice with that one. I kind of want to almost stop looking at every tile because now that's a card I banished. I'm never going to have a chance to go back to that could potentially give me an experience card, but oh well, that's how it goes. We're going to move in this direction because we need to get up this way from what I understand according to that map. We'll have Den look at this one. We have found ourselves about 100 paces away. An individual waves to you. You would rather go your way, discard this. If your ground shiver is level 7 or higher, banish this and read 584. Otherwise, banish this and read 575. I'm going to discard this for now. I don't have a ground shiver level of 7, so I have a feeling that that might not be the greatest thing to have happen. So I'm going to go to 362. We have found a land that overlooks a huge crater that was once the bottomless sea, which is now dried up because of the burrowers. Someone should think of a new name for it. Against the cliff rests a tall wooden ladder. Here we have this area here. Now I can almost walk freely through this from what I understand because I've got that card in our diary or journal that talks about these being less. I don't have to pay the extra cost to walk through them. Or we can go to 326 or 239. Well, actually, we can't even go up. There's no way to go up. Okay, we'll put this right here. That's fantastic. I am going to, is that really the card? 362? Yep, it's 362. I kind of find that odd because this bridge doesn't normally connect, and normally things like this would connect. Unless there's something I'm missing. This goes to 239. Is this 239? Did I go the wrong way? I bet to put the wrong card down. Nope, that's 239. What's this? 379? Yep. Oh, 279. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to put 379 up there. Aha, I think I figured out my problem. Aha. So I was supposed to put 194, and somehow I have 239 up there. That's amazing. 279. Supposed to put 194. Why did I get this mixed up? 379 was supposed to be over here. No, 194 is supposed to... Okay, wait a minute here. This is supposed to go that way. I don't even know what this card is. I put the wrong card there. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm sure there's going to be a huge thing in the video about how I just put the wrong card down. I'm going to grab 194, put that there. We're going to deal with 194. Then we're going to move on. Oh my gosh. How did I get that mixed up? Wow. That's out of control. All right, I'm going to grab 194. We never saw that card. Oh, we don't have to see that card. It's this. Okay, this is over here. Okay, wait a minute. I think I know what I'm doing here. Okay, I think I got this all figured out. There we go. Oh my gosh, I have them. Okay, so I kind of moved the map around to bring it down. And when I did that, I moved some of the things in the wrong spot. Okay, I don't feel so bad. I don't have to put 194 down. Don't put 194 down, Baron. You don't need to go there. That's over here. Okay, we're good. I was kind of wondering about why that didn't connect like it normally does. Normally the art does a really good job of connecting. Now I could go up this way as well, which looks like that's also going to end up in that dried up area of the board here that used to be a giant lake, which is funny because the map did talk about how there's the bottomless sea here, and now it's gone. That's kind of cool. So if I would have been able to explore that place with one of those feather cards, I probably would have known that this bottom lake was also gone. Now we have to go, I think we kind of have to go up and around. So let's check this too. Oh, is that 7 or higher? Ground Shiver 7 or higher. I don't have that. I've got 5 or higher. So we're going to go this way instead. We're going to move over to this tile. That's going to cost us 1 action. I'm going to have Den do that as well. Den has grabbed herself a discard this card from your hand to keep a card. Nope, we're just going to give her that one. Okay, that's fine. Now on this card, I have to put a 3 over here. I apologize for the mix-up on that. We'll put our 3 card right there. We have some option now. When I do, actually, I'm going to have to do this the right way. This character is going to move on. During the consequence step, this is going to move on. Then I have to do this action because I'm on the tile. So I have to go to 358, and then he can move over there for free. So Den has to do this. 358 is the card I need to pull. And that's because it's one of those you have to do it actions. It says here, the pink coral gives off an unpleasant odor that triggers a blistering headache. All right. It says here, the stink emanates by the coral, completely disorientates you. An immediate action during the consequence step, if you are confused, -5 cards, otherwise take a 0-2 card. So I'm going to put that right here. Now I do have something in my journal. I'm not sure if that's going to help out in this particular instance here. It says here, when the coral can be seen on your train card, ignore any of these type of cards. So I don't think I have to do this action. I think this action is just going to be null and void because I have that in my journal. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments section below. And of course, as you're watching through this video, if you put timestamps in where I may have made a mistake, or I do make a mistake, I would be more than happy to put a Klingon subtitle in the video to show exactly what happens so people can understand going forward. So make sure you have the Klingon subtitles turned on when you're watching the videos that I do. This is going to, I'm going to discard this, and if I'm wrong about that, please let me know. But I don't think I have to deal with that because it says I ignore any of those type of cards. So I'm not going to deal with it. We're done. I am going to then have this person move over. Now I'm going to spend 2 to look at 343, which is located right there. Den again is going to do that. She's going to grab 2 cards. She's has found 2 cards that go straight into her discard pile. And we're going to look at 343. This card states, at the foot of the cliff, you can make out the entrance to a mine that must have been uncovered when the bottom sea dried up. The echo of the pickaxe's crunching stone resonates from the underground artery. Is that what it says? Artery? Did I read that right? Gallery. Sorry, underground gallery. It says here, a dust-covered miner emerges from the shaft with a lantern in hand. For nothing, I can read 295. I might as well do that. We're going to put that right here, and why don't we read 295? It states here, if you are playing the scenario with the mine, I guess, and have an objective card, that is objective 1, read 306. Otherwise, I'm going to go to 280. The miner spits blackish phlegm onto the ground. We're mining Weddowstone. It was originally used to make a powerful weed killer, but since the reversal, we have heard nothing from our best customer, Citadel, which is located to the west. To compensate for our loss, we also sell it for construction. It makes excellent mortar. The stonemason of Waterbank orders it regularly through the chain. If you would rather resume your journey, return the dialogue book. Otherwise, you may take the following action unless you involved character have 2 or more cards of the keyword barter. I do have 2 cards of the keyword barter, a mirror and a flute, I think. And I also have an Arcanist potion and a spool of thread. So I've got a spool of thread and a mirror so far as I'm concerned. It says here, I can do the action. If your score is 15 or higher, I don't even have to draw any cards to make this happen. It says here, we'll ask a link to drop off a bag of Weddowstone at the Citadel. The involved character must return a total of 2 cards of keyword barter to check 2 boxes on the building's page of the Citadel leaflet, or to get 2 production returned to the dialogue book. 2 boxes on the buildings page? That's absolutely amazing. That's 100% amazing. Okay, we are totally going to do that. We're going to gear up with this guy. he's going to help us out here because we've got the converse action. I can link another card, doesn't matter. I'm not linking, but I get 2 of those. I can gain 1 success. So Dem's going to draw 2 cards. I can draw as many as I want, and I only need 1 success. We have got ourselves 1 success out of these 2 cards. There we go. So we're totally fine. I don't get to keep the things, but I do get to check off 2 boxes on the buildings page of the Citadel leaflet, or I can get to production. I'm obviously building a building. 2 buildings we're going to build. The first one is this smithy. Now that we don't have any weapons at all, that way at least when we prepare we can get ourselves a Gladius, which I think will really help us out. You know, these are kind of free upgrades, so we're going to try something. We're going to give one of these a shot down here. I'm going to go with this one. We're going to put a mark here on this, and then when we come back, if we can build one more, I'll be able to take a 345 card. I have no idea what that is, but hopefully it'll be cool. Of course, in order to do that, I had to get rid of 2 cards of the keyword barter, so we're going to get rid of our mirror and our spool of thread. I don't think I'm going to need either of those. We're going to go to this card next. So we're going to move over here. We're going to have, I'm going to put myself on that bridge again. We're going to have Dem go ahead, reveal this card, see what we have found. A mournful hoot followed by a flapping wings makes you lower your head instinctively. Look at your timepiece. Between 5 and 9, false alarm. Nothing happens. Between 10 and 5 a.m., then you must fight a non-moon. Okay, nocturnal raptor. That's pretty awesome. So if it is actually you're playing at night, you've got to deal with a raptor. Well, it's not. It's 1610. So it's 410. I'm going to discard this. That is not going to happen to us. We're going to put down a 326 card. This card states, the bottomless sea is now little more than a few puddles of water at the top of wormholes. And let's see what it looks like. It has some cool things here going on. I don't see any numbers in it anywhere that I'm supposed to write down, I don't think. Now, I do get to ignore all of these things because, oh no, there isn't. There's any coral on here. Oh, come on. All right, we'll put that here, and then I'll put a number 4 card up there and a number 3 card over here, which is going to come close to the end of my thing over here. But I do have to put this one up there, and this is one of the ones with the ground shiver 7 or higher, so I don't believe that's the way to go. We're going to move on to this tile with our characters here. I'll have Dem do that again. We'll use one of our cards. It is going to be our resolution card. I can give up 2 to get a success. That's not going to happen. I'm going to discard that. Then there are some things to do on this tile itself. I could do a 215 or a 378. Let's start with the 215 because it's right there. And it's free. 215 states, the shells are visible on the rocks breaking through the surface of the water. All right, let's see what these are. They look edible, but you have to pry them off first. And the rocks are seems very slippery. If you'd rather go on your way, discard this. Otherwise, I can harvest several mollusks stuck to them and gulp them down while they are still fresh. I can do a climb action or a balance action. I can grab 2+ cards, and I need 3 successes. Well, I'm kind of built for this. I've got a long stick. That's going to give me 1 success automatically, so I'm going to gear up with that. And then I've got only 2 cards left in my pile right here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have to do a we have to do this right now. Well, we're going to still have to do a recovery action in order to get cards back into my deck here. So the first thing we're going to do, I do have some food, but I think we'll do some damage to ourselves first. We're going to mix these cards up, and we're going to give ourselves some of our health back. So 1, 2, let's see here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're going to take 9 health. Let's make sure there's 18 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 cards. Shuffle these 2 back in here like this. Here we go. We're going to take 9 health. That's not a big deal. That means Brooks might kind of kick it in here a little bit now that I've taken 9 from that. This is still going to be discarded. It actually had a thing on it. So we're going to go down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 15 health, not the end of the world. I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 cards to try to get 3 successes. I only need 2 successes. We're going to grab 3 cards. We can get 2 successes, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we only got 1. We got 1 success. Oh, boy. So that means we got 2 successes. Oh, no, this isn't going to be any good. Okay. Maybe there's a way we can deal with this. What's this? Oh, this is when I had to use a gear up step. I had to do that. Okay, maybe we might get lucky. No, we're not lucky at all. Maybe we're lucky. No, I don't think we're lucky at all. There's no luck anywhere in the world here. I can discard this to give myself a chain. That's not going to happen. I can discard 2 flags to give myself 2 successes. Only got 1 flag. Oh no, this is going to be bad. I'm not going to be able to do any of this. See if any of this stuff helps. It's not going to matter because I'll have to be doing the gear up step. Barf. Oh no, we're going to fall. We're going to fall and hurt ourselves. Oh, well, that's the way it goes. All right. That's no good. So we have failed. Do I even get to keep a card? No, probably not. Let's see what this says here. Your foot slips, you fall, painfully take a 0/3 card, and one involved character must discard 1 card. The keyword fragile, immediately perform this action again or discard this. Well, I think we're going to discard this now because this card says right here that selected, if this action fails, discard this. So I have to discard that as well. So I'm not going to be able to do this. Well, I can still do it, but it's going to take me a lot. Now it's not even worth doing anymore because I'm only going to get, what, 6 cards? Yeah, that sucks. All right, let's see if I have anything with the keyword fragile. I think I do. I bet this bottle's fragile. There we go. Bottle, fragile. Boom, discard. All right, that's in the past now too. That was terrible. And I get a 0/3 card on top of that, so that's super good. I'm sure that's going to say that I had a happy trip. Let's see what 0/3 says. It says you have a nasty wound and are not recovering as quickly as you thought. You are injured. Immediately after you revealed this, if you already have a 0/1, return this. Immediately after you perform recovery, I discard 2 cards. I can locked value of 1. I can gain 4 successes. I get to injure. I can treat this. Okay, how am I going to do that? I don't think I have anything that's going to help me with that at all right now. No, okay, we're going to have to work on that. We're going to have to work on that. Technically, I can get 2 successes from this, 1 success from this, so that's 3. Locking that, giving myself another success here, or attempted success. So if I can find a way of figuring out what my cards are, I could potentially do this. Oh, we could actually try this right now. I'm going to have to grab like 4 or 5 cards and hope that this works. Let's try to heal ourselves. I'm going to grab 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if this works. We're going to grab 5 cards. Do I have to prepare anything? I do have to prepare this. Okay, so I have to prepare this as a card. So I'm going to gain 1 success from that. Okay, I need to see flags everywhere. I got 1. 2 flags. Perfect. All right. And then I can keep 1 of these cards, but I'm going to, here we go. I think we got it. So we are going to link an extra card with this. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 success. I got 5 success. I don't need to do this. I can keep that card, but I do need to use these 2 to give myself 2 successes. So I've got the 2 flags. It's going to be 2 successes, 3 successes, and then this card itself is going to give me 1, because I can link 1, 4 successes. Boom, we completed this action. I have to discard all these cards. I don't get to keep any of them, but I do get to remove this. I am no longer injured, and this goes back into the past, I think. If you do, oh no, here it is. If cards in play, return here. Return this. So I have to return this to the box. 154 goes back to the box. One reason I really kind of went for that is because I do have that big treatment, little cures, where if I can do this action and the action is successful, check 1 box on the quest. So I do get to put 1 on my quest here. This is initiated, I guess I could say. Oh, I can't check this until I have 5 boxes on there. Then it's initiated and completed. Okay, so we have 1 box on the causes and cures. And I got a banged up character. It's not a lot of things doing that for free. We have 378. I'm going to have Brooks check this out. Brooks is going to spend a card. He's going to get the Art of War. It's going to go into the discard pile. And he's going to check out 378. This card states, you are standing over a hole about 4 paces wide and filled with seawater. You can make out something at the bottom, but you have a hard time determining what it is and how deep it might be. Okay, if you want to reach the bottom of the flooded cavity, it would be best to rest for a while and clear your mind. You may not take the following actions if you are weakened. Okay, I don't have weakness, but I do need 2 successes and 6 here. Okay, so then I've got 1 and 2. Take a 201 card and remove the die. Otherwise, you surface before you drown. Take a 001 card and remove the die. I could try to do this. All right, I'll put this down here. I don't know if we're going to try that, though. That's a lot of cards. And it's going to take me a while to get this done. I get to keep a card and discard 2. So it's basically I'm breathing, resting, and then I'm going to dive in there and I need to get 1. And it's a swim action. Oh boy. I think we're just going to move on. That card's probably awesome, but it's not worth the amount of cards I'm going to have to pull. If I had something that helped me with swimming actions, maybe I'd go for it, but I don't. We're going to have Dem check this out. Dem has found the ruins of a building stand before you. Perhaps there is some valuable object in here. Would you rather go On your way, discard this. Or I can spend 5, 1 success, take a 13 card to try your luck. If I'm lucky, I get a 449 card. If I'm jinxed, I find a trinket and take a 149 card. If you dig for a long time without finding anything, you know what? Why not? Why not give this a shot? I'm going to grab 5 cards. I need 1 success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dem's grabbing 5 cards. Dem's got some food. She can eat some food. 3, 4, 5. We got 5 cards here. I need, how many successes? 1. 1 success. Okay, good. I'll put those in the discard pile. And now I get to try my luck by taking the 13 cards and mixing them up. I got rid of my Your Lucky card, so that's gone. Hopefully I can get something really cool here. Come on, Lady Luck. You are, oh, Lady Luck is on your side. I already thought it said you are jinxed. Nope, Lady Luck is on our side. We get a 449 card. Interestingly, this must be one of the expansion cards because the 449 cards, I think, are expansion cards here. I could be wrong. Maybe these are part of the game. I forgot. I put it all in here together, so I can't remember what is what. So we're going to grab this card right here and see what it says. 449, it's a bunch of eyeballs. Only part of the book is still readable. The rest of the pages have been charred by flames. Let's open it up and see what our book holds for us. Vroom. Crystal Torad. The amphibian with the particular resistant skin covered with tapered crystals, living in humid areas, it can be aggressive when it feels threatened. It is very sensitive to high-pitched sound, capable of cracking the crystalline carapace. Research conducted by the Planes and Mechanisms Guilds has helped determine how these creatures manage to reproduce without injuring themselves. But this will be the subject of another book dedicated to the reproduction of the endemic species. Abrock, a nocturnal herbivore with thick hide, living in the mountains, unaffected by cold. It has a strong dominant instinct, repelling the creature that permeate its territory with its powerful legs. Its flesh is so tough that it is inedible and thus dissuades predators from attacking it. Be careful not to upset it, as it will show his displeasure by kicking its dung around with its hooves. Once tamed, they make excellent draft animals. Despite their slowness, they can pull the heaviest loads thanks to their exceptional strength. And on the back, we have Monster Manual. While many of the creatures in this bestiary have disappeared since the appearance of the burrowers, some of this information could save your life. During a combat action, during the first gear up step, take a 13 card, try your luck. If Lady Luck is on your side, a detail you read in the Monster Manual comes back to mind. Lower the die's value by 2 and take a 150 card. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Whenever I make an attack, I get to check the 13 cards for a Lady Luck card, and I get to lower the die by 2 and take a 150. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. That's super good. That's going in my quest things. That's awesome. That is so good. We're going to discard this. Oh, I also get a 149 card. Don't forget that. Let's just pull a 149. I think they're just trinkets, so I'm just going to grab one. We have found ourselves, I got our mirror back. Okay, awesome. We'll give that to Denim. And at this point, we're going to put down a 240 card. This one states, the carcass of a gigantic turtle has been marooned in the sand. The animal probably left the bottomless sea when the burrowers caused it to dry up. A wide crevice stretches out further south. This one looks like here's the turtle's right there. That's awesome. And apparently there's somebody living in the turtle. I get to put another 3 card out, and I can go check this out for 141. Now I do have to move the map here. There we are. This guy did say the place I'm looking for is to the west, so I am going, I believe, in the right direction. We're going to move our characters over to here. That's going to cost us a card. I'm going to use Dem. Dem's going to use a card. She found herself Ruthless Attack. I could keep this if I wanted to. I might as well. I only have 1 card in hand. At this point, I'm going to check out some of the cool things here. I could talk to some people. I have a barter card. 2 barter cards. I don't see why I don't do this. Dem's going to grab 1 card and barter. Well, maybe barter. I don't even know what that is. But we're going to grab a card, throw it on the ground. It's inflexible. I can't keep it because I don't get to. But I do get to check out card 373. 373 states dozens of creatures made of moss and lichen are working inside an imposing carapace. From the high scaffolding they have constructed, several of them tie ropes to different parts of the turtle's skeleton. Others use a quarry wheel and pulleys to lift large piles of wood of unknown purpose. The work, whatever it is, seems titanic and still far from completion. We have here the creatures do not seem to have noticed your presence. You wonder if it's a good idea to bother them. I'll put that right there. I could bother them. I do have, I don't have to. So we're going to check out the other card as well. Dem's going to grab 2 cards and we'll see what that is. We've got these 2 cards. We throw in the card pile there and I get 141. Before I take that card, I do notice that actually 141 is right here. It's actually connected right there. So I'm not going to have to spend those 2 cards, so I can put them back in my pile. And funny enough, I have no idea what those cards were. I'm kind of running out of cards again. This is the cool thing about this game. I want to keep looking at stuff, but sometimes I feel like I might run out of cards. Let's read 407. Let's see what happens. The creatures turn toward you, their eyes wide and bulging. One of them approaches you and utters what sounds like, "Good day to you." Incredulously, you reply, "Good day. Who are you and what are you doing?" Unsure what to do with this group, you stand ready to run away if its intentions prove hostile. The creature thinks for a long moment before formulating an answer. "We were born on the stone prison to an uninvolving father, unloving father who delighted in mixing the best of nature with the worst of magic. But like our prison, father is no more, and we are now free. We have found a new home," it says, pointing to the sea turtle's shell. "We still have much to do before it can move, but perhaps you could help us. Some of our people have gone off in search of what is needed to complete our project. Unfortunately, few have returned. We are only able to think clearly when we are together, and our memory fails us when we are separated for too long. In these moments, our most primal instincts take over. Please excuse mine if they should bother you when you see them." The creature returns to watch the tensing of the ropes that control the front leg of the gigantic skeleton. If you do not want to spend time helping the creature, return the dialogue book. Otherwise, I can do a craft action of 15 cards. No. Or I can do 5. If an involved character chooses to block 1 card with the keyword artisan. I do have a card with the keyword artisan, so we are going to block that. That is the bard that we found along our path. So all I have to do is take 5 cards. Doesn't matter what they are. I get 0 successes. We're good to go. I've got 5 cards from Dem. Dem's going to use all 5 cards to do that and go to 416 and block our artisan. "Please accept these gifts as a token of our appreciation. They have been brought back from our explorations, but are unnecessary for our great project." So at this point, I'm going to gain 1 influence, bringing our influence up to 5. I also get, look at all this stuff I get. Oh my gosh. Hopefully I don't die because I'm using all these cards. 2 149s, a 155, and a 202 card, and return the dialogue book. First things first, I must block the bald. He is the artist, so we're going to block him. Then I am going to 2 149 cards. I've got them right here. I just grabbed 2. We got another flute. And what is this? Sokuian Eye Jam. The jar contains the eyes of a fearsome creature capable of regenerating. You may take the following action. You can't take it unless you're confused. I can gain 3 life points. If you are injured, I can get rid of it and return this card. If you take the following action, you must return 2 cards the keyword jam, including this one. Take a card whose number equals to 205 plus the value of the other jar of jam you have returned if available. Okay, well, I've got jam. That's awesome. And I've got a flute. Then I also get a 202 card. This one says you have found an elegant leather jacket with riveted plates on it. That's fantastic. I got a brigadine. If this action fails, roll a die. If you roll 1 or 2, block this. So I've got armor. I'm going to give that to Brooks. I'm actually going to give the eye jam to Brooks too. That's going to be the plan. Then I got a 155 card. This is ammunition, some arrows and crossbow bolts. All right, I'm going to put that in my quest items. I've got some bolts and arrows. Sweet. I've also got no cards. Might have to deal with that. Let's put 10 cards back in there. We're going to shuffle this up and put 10 cards in there. That's going to be the plan. Here we go. Shuffle this up with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 cards go back in there, and that's going to cost me 5 health, bringing my health down to 0. Or sorry, not 0, 10. I've got 10 life. 10 life for Denim. Denham's got 10 life, and so we should probably start using Brooks now. Brooks is going to investigate this, but of course Dem's going to help out. This one says, oh no, here's one of these things again. A scrawny Volok approaches you. It looks like a big horned horrid and would almost seem friendly if its lips were not hiding such large fangs. One of our character can return a provisions card, discard this. Otherwise, I am going to have to deal with this thing. Again, I'm just going to use my provisions. I've got some. We're going to discard that. I've got food. We're going to discard the food card to get rid of that giant evil beast. And I'm going to put down card 288. My thought being that the amount of I get back from the food isn't going to even be equal to having to deal with that thing. This one says, a stream from the bottomless sea meanders down a deep crevasse further south. A small community has settled at the foot of a large stone arch. Here we have a card. I can go continue on to there, I guess. What is that? Looks like people that are using kites. Interesting. There are kites in there. All right. We'll put that here. And we can walk over to this tile. I'm going to have Brooks do that. Brooks is going to pay 1 card to walk. He could keep if he wants Blacksmith. He is not going to keep that, and he's going to use 1 card to check out what 346 is on this particular card. Okay, this is absolutely amazing. I've got a card called Blood Ties in my deck with Denim. 346 has that tag right up here. So it says here, you meet a dozen or so feeble people who live here. We lived as fishermen for generations at the bottomless sea. No longer provides us with enough food, and the land here is difficult to cultivate around here. Good day. I've just arrived from Nindazar Citadel, where we have made our home since the reversal. I'm looking for a person to whom this necklace belongs. And back here it says, Tales of Escape. An old woman examines it carefully. I recognize this necklace. It belongs to me. I traded it for food to a passing fellow when famine threatened. I got it through a link in exchange for sewing work. According to him, the necklace had belonged to one of the slave gardeners who had managed to escape from Sessenholm's Citadel. Haven't you heard the story? I don't know how much about it, but perhaps the chain can tell you more. You thank the woman for the information. It is a slim lead, but it is the only one you have. Immediately before this is revealed, banish the Blood Ties card and take a 99 card and a 346. So I'm going to banish this one. That makes sense. I no longer need that card. I'm going to grab a 346 and a 99 card, and this goes back, and this is now, again, one of our cards that I cannot get rid of. Interestingly enough, with this card in hand now, I do have the fugitive keyword or tag, so if anything happens like that, I have to use that. When you get a 99, we know that is a Hope Reborn card. I will put that into our quest. And then our 346 is the normal 346 card I think we would be taking if we go here. It says, you meet a dozen or so feeble people who live here. We lived as fishermen in generations, but the bottomless no longer blah. We read that on the other page. It says here, we make these little kites with nets to catch the birds that live around here. Unfortunately, they got damaged quickly. Will you lend your skillful hand? I had a spool of thread and I gave it away. Oh no. You managed to get several kites back in working order. The bird catchers thank you and share their spoils. I get a 49 and a 5 card. If there's no 5 cards, I get to gain 5 life. I get a, was that influence if I want to? Okay, that's something I could do. It's going to cost me, I need to get 3 successes with only 2 cards being able to use in a chain. I'm going to use Brooks's Intuition to look at the top 3 cards of my action deck. Then I have to block this, and I can put them in any order. 1, 2, 3. We'll take our 3 cards, look at them. If I can get enough stars here, no, I can only get 1. I can only get 1 star from him. So it's not worth doing. Unless I can actually draw one of these cards. No, I don't think it is going to help. I'll still put those on top, because I do know I have 2 successes on top if I draw 2 cards. do that. I can use this card. Choose one card in your discard pile and or hand and shuffle it back into your action deck. Oh, that's not going to help. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I know that right after I looked at those cards. That'd be hilarious. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to help you with your kite. I just can't do it right now. Maybe on the way back. Maybe on the way back. I'll put a 3 card out though, and we'll continue on our journey here. We're going to have Brooks check out this card. He has found himself, what's this? A wisp of pinkish smoke escapes from a hole in the ground. If you'd rather go on your way, discard this. Yep, we'd rather go on our way, mainly because I've got the 349 card that is part of this in our quest deck, I believe. I have it right here. It is our arcane energy, so I'm not going to actually use that because I'm afraid the one, I think there was only 2. I got one that was that, and I'm sure the other one's not good. I could do anything that has 2 of those symbols on it that I could take advantage of right now. Ooh, that's that spell if I wanted to do it. But we really didn't use it last time. I can use 2 of those to chain 1, so I could chain a total of 3 of them together. We already know that Brooks can't get 3 on 3 cards there that he's going to take. I could take 4 cards and hope I get another one out of that, but I think we're not going to do that. We're going to go on our way. I'm going to discard this card from the past, and we're going to go to 182. We have found one of our cards that has to do with our quest. You are standing at the foot of the Derricks Citadel, which is a little more than a pile of ruins. It is hard to imagine how a necro druid can still support Rydla and her troops. But maybe it is a good idea to go inside and make sure she is no longer a threat to your community. Here we are. Return to the Citadel. Immediately after this is revealed, take a 182 card and a 101 card. The characters may choose to lose a total of 10 life points to take the following action. You return to the Citadel by the same road you took. Each unconscious character gains 1 life and regains consciousness. Discard all the cards on the board, including your train card. Open the booklet to where the bookmark is read and read the epilogue of the scenario. That's it? That's all I had to do? I immediately revealed take a 182 card. Let's do that first. Here's our 182 card. At the bottom of the plateau, where plants tainted by dark magic grow, stands the figure of a ruined citadel. It's a smaller than Nindazar, and most of the floor have collapsed as you gaze at it. You think to yourself, what your citadel did not fare too badly, all things considered. All right, so here's their citadel. So I think I'm still going to put this here. And then this says, so this is a quest. I think I can put this in my quest deck. And immediately after this reveal, do this and this. And then the characters may choose to lose a total of 10 life points to take the following action. So I could go ahead and just do this. So I also get a 182 and a 101 card. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to grab a 101 card. The 101 card is it's an objective. I got objective 1. All right, we'll put that there. I totally forgot about that. So I think I can still continue, which I'm going to check out their citadel, but then I'll go back to our base of operations because we kind of did everything that we need to do for this quest. So I'm going to look at 150. Oh, first I have to move over here. Sorry. I have to move over there. That's going to cost Brooks 1 card. There we go. We got a card. I am going to Enchanted Projectile. I'm going to discard that. I don't know. I'm going to keep it. I've got only 2 cards, so that'll give me my 3rd card in my hand. I'm going to check out 159 by discarding 1 more card. And it is what is this? It's a Jack of all trades. Doesn't matter. I couldn't get it back anyway. 159. See what happens. 159 states you circle the building, but you cannot find any practical entrance. All you can do is climb the rubble. Here we have a climb the rubble action. You have crossed the mound of rubble. Return all the cards on the board and the past and put a 196 card into play. If you enter the Citadel, or a 182 card if you walk out the Citadel. Each player places their figure onto it. So, okay, so I can turn all the cards on the board and pass and put a one. Okay, so 182 card is this one, right? This is the 182 card? Yeah, okay. So I need to try to climb this? I don't think I'm able to climb this. I can only keep 1 card. I need 5 successes. That's bonkers. Well, I do have to put a 5 card down. Maybe that's going to help me out. I don't know how that's going to help. Here's a 5 card. I need to have a ground level 5 or higher. That's not bad. I could do that. I could check out a little bit more stuff around here because I've still got, I mean, Denham's going to die going home because she only has 10 health, which is kind of funny. But the other one guy can make it home. Or I could try to climb this. I don't have any way to climb it. We're just going to bypass that. No climbing. Oh, wait, check this out. There's a card number 51 on here. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that's going to help me up there. This one says, you locate, and it's 159, so you locate a relatively clear passage. You should save some of effort. Oh, maybe this will make this easier here. Oh, look at that. Now I only need 3 in the chain. I get 5 successes. That makes it a little bit easier. Immediately, if this is revealed, take a 150 card. After this is revealed, take a 150 card. All right, so I'll put that down here. A 150 card. Let's see what that is. 150 is just this card right here. It's, oh, you're focused. Anytime you may choose to get rid of the confused card, choose one card from your discard pile and or action deck and add it to your hand. Ooh, that's going to be good. I don't really have anything that's going to help, so we're just going to go up. I'm going to use Brooks to do this. He is going to check this out. You hear a muffled scream and soon discover a woman held against a tree trunk by twisted branches. The unfortunate woman appears to be exhausted after struggling in vain. The bones of her feet leave little doubt that as to her fate. You think you can save her from this trap provided you approach without alerting the tree. If you would rather go on your way, banish this. Otherwise, we're going to give this a shot. You reach the trunk and carefully release the prisoner. I get one of these and one of these and banish this. Otherwise, I'm going to have bad things happen. Okay, we're going to do this. I can only keep 2 cards. This is a stealthy little action here. I don't know. Okay, here's what I can do. I'm going to have Denim do it. Denim can use this improvise card that's going to allow me to put more into this. I'm going to grab 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's going to see if she can do this. I need 3 successes. I've got 1, 1, 2, and then I can, oh no, I failed. Really? I failed? 1, 2. I got 1, 2, and then that's, and I can only have 3 in the chain, even with my improvised card. Well, actually, I don't have to play my improvised card because I know I failed. That's absolutely terrible. Really? Oh boy, this is horrible. All right, this one says right here, a branch wraps around your torso and pulls you against the tree trunk. You manage to free yourself from its grip just before others come to ensnare you. I have to lose -5 and immediately take the action again, ignoring 1 success taken into account, or banish this. Okay, I lose 5 cards and I banish this. I don't think I can help her. I'm going to lose 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here we are. 5 cards. Boom, gone. That's awesome. That was bad. 229. I think we're about to go home. This is horrible. 229. Oh, man. All right, let's see what that says. This states, rocky outcrops studded with holes stand at the edge of the swamp. Who knows if they're natural or were dug out by man or beast. Here we are. Oh, wow. All right, we'll put that right here. I don't even know if I wanted to go any farther. I'm kind of getting scared. I really want to try to climb up this thing, but I don't think I can. We have a little bit of a problem here in the fact that Denim has only 1 card. We're going to eat some food. I've got 5 things here. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to return this to give myself 5 cards back into my action deck. I think that is highly valuable right about now because I'm super close to being dead. Let's take 5 cards from our discard pile, shuffle this up a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. We'll just shuffle this up. There we go. And we'll grab 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There you go. 5 cards back in the deck. That's fantastic. We'll put these back in the discard pile. This is going to go in our action deck. Shuffle it up. So now I got 6 cards there. I'm a little scared because I need to find a way to heal her. She's only got 10 health. And remember that card I have that allows me to pretty much run back home. I need to have 10 health or my character dies. Which is never a good thing. But we do have some flutes. I could probably play a happy melody on the way back before I kick the bucket. I do have one of the objectives. I don't know how many we need, but I'm going to guess the rest are in that Citadel. Here's what we're going to do. I have, of course, this card here. I need 5 successes. I get to keep 3. Now, I've got a lot of cards that could probably help make this happen. So let's take advantage of this. Let's do this. We're both going to go ahead and take advantage of this. Let's make this happen. Here is Brooks. I've got a plan. We are going to use You Are Focused. That allows me to choose 1 card in your discard pile and or action deck and add it to your hand. We're going to return this to be able to grab ourselves Determination. That gives us 1 success. I'm going to get rid of this drop. I'm going to get rid of Enchanted Projectile. I'm going to get that and throw it in the discard pile. Then I am going to grab Improvise. I'm going to grab this by using Inspiration. Choose 1 card from your discard pile and or your hand pile and add it to your hand or shuffle it back in your action deck. Then discard this or discard that as well. So I have these 2 cards. So at this point, this action I can use 3 cards. I can rechain another one to 4. and I've got a success here. So in theory, we should be able to do this. I'm just going to grab everything we have left in our action deck, which is 5. 5 should be plenty to be able to get these 5 stars, plus I've got the 1 here. So we've got 1, we've got, oh, what's this? Immediately after this is revealed, you may discard cards from your hand in order to take into account class icons. Well, it's not really going to help me. But it's okay. I got a reflex card. It's kind of cool. Look at all the stars on that. So we've got 1, 2 stars. We've got 3 stars. Then we've got, 4 stars, but I don't think I can use that many. I can use 1, 2, 3. I think I got it. I can use 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get rid of this card. I don't need it because I need, I need 5. Oh, here's my 5th success. I'm going to use a 5th success right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get to keep 3 cards plus 1 extra in the chain for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom! We did it. Okay, that was super good. I can now return all the cards on the board and in the past and put a 196 card into play if you enter the Citadel, or a 182 card if you walk out of the Citadel. So we get to put a 196 into play. We've climbed into the Citadel. Let's see what is there. It says the Citadel has collapsed on itself, burying the sacred grove under tons of whitish rock. The silence that reigns is only interrupted when a stone tumbles from the top of the scree. All right, let's see what it shows here. It shows, oh my gosh, wait, there's no place to go. This is like the only place? Really? Okay, that's fantastic. All right, we got some places to go, I guess. I'm going to put our characters onto this board here. The 159 card down there, that is this card. That's the one that got us up there. So I'm not going to be going there. We're going to use Brooks in all of this. He's going to go to 162 to do a spot action, but he's also going to bring her with as well. We do have another one of the pumpkin cards. At the foot of one of the only remaining sections of the wall, you notice an opening, which you slip through. In the darkness, you follow the half-collapsed corridor. When you reach the upper floors, you are blocked by a heavy door covered with ornamental pumpkins, at the foot of which is a skeleton is kneeling. All right, here's the door with the pumpkins and the skeleton kneeling. Immediately after this is revealed, read card 56. We're going to put this up here. I'm going to read card 56. Or not card, sorry, I apologize. Dialogue book. A tiny voice calls out to you, "Well, well, visitors, what a pleasure!" A gnarled and shaggy old woman pulls herself out of a hole in the ground. She spits in her palm, pats down a stubborn cowlick, and holds her hand to you. "Wellen, but you can call me Wall the Eel, former slave gardener. You are in Darashim's Citadel, or what's left of it. Since she hasn't been seen since the collapse, the Necrodruid probably perished in it. A few survivors fled. I didn't want to go with them. Well, I am old, and I am set in my ways here, but I must admit, I'm rather struck now. I wonder how you managed to get through without a scratch. The last ones to have explored the place didn't have your luck. Some time ago, a small group of soldiers came to stick their noses into the basement. I never set foot in there. The air is stale and darkness is thicker than mashed thick peas. And, worst of all, there's something lurking around. It attacked them, a creature as big as a wild spiggy, but 100 times uglier. It killed 3 of them before falling under the blows of the 4th. The latter managed to get out of the ruins, but he was badly wounded. I'll have to leave at some point. It's really getting too dangerous around here. I can take a 102 card. If you propose to Wallen that she accompanies you, take a 67 card, then read a 111. I don't see any reason for all of this, so I'll take 102 and 67. The 102 card is a objective card. I should remember that. Objective card scenario of number 2. That's pretty awesome. 67 states, I was in charge of the food sterilization and my conservation for the Necrodruid. My agility allowed me to harvest the hard-to-reach ingredients in my sacred grove. It also allowed me to survive the destruction of the Citadel and the dangers that still lurk here. So now I'm guessing we have a new companion here, Wallum the Eel. It is not for nothing that her former fellow inmates gave her the nickname. Here she has a thing during any action. Every 2 cards you choose to discard from your hand, I can gain a stealth. I get an extra climb, balance, and dodge ability with her that allows me to chain a card, or I can use 2 flags to give myself a star. That's pretty awesome. There's a companion, and this is a criminal. So now I've got criminals and fugitives and everybody. We'll give that to Brooks. Brooks now has Wallen the Eel with him. He also only has 1 card called Drop Your Guard. We're going to read 111. You ask Wallen about the skeleton leaning against the door. Ah, him, a former fellow captive who was a little too curious. He wanted to go into the Necrodruid's quarters behind this door. I think there must be a way to open it by manipulating some of the pumpkins. He probably knew that too. He must have been playing with the wrong ones. If you do not want to risk ending up like the skeleton, return to the dialogue book. Otherwise, if you manipulate the blue pumpkins, read 123, red ones 130, and yellow ones 139. How would you know which ones to manipulate? There is no clue, I don't think, on here. And if there is, that is awesome. But I don't see any type of clue that's going to tell me which one of these to manipulate. Maybe there's someplace else that can tell me. The problem is I have to do this right now because it's a red action. Do I actually just randomly pick one and hope for the best? The only set of pumpkins that faintly look like a number is I kind of see a 1 and a 7 there. So maybe manipulate the blue ones and it'll take me to a card number 17. It's about the only thing I can think of that has any ability here. What's the worst that can happen? It becomes a harder test and I just don't do it. So at this point, I'm just going to manipulate the blue pumpkins. Like I said, I'm going to go here. Maybe it'll tell me to take card 17. As you handle the blue pumpkins, an ominous creak sounds and the heavy door swings open enough for you to sneak into the next room. Okay, I take a 99 card. Awesome. Banish the permanent event card attached to your terrain card on which an ornamental pumpkin can be seen and replace it with 169 card. Return to the dialogue book. Awesome. So this is just dumb luck that I got the right one. Oh my gosh. Here I think I'm being smart and it didn't even matter. The first thing we get is a Hope Reborn card, number 99. I'll put that into our quest items. I'm going to replace this card with 169. It states, you cross a succession of rooms strewn with debris. Except for a hanging on the wall, nothing is in its place. Cupboards are overturned. Tables and bookcases are crushed under the ceiling. Books and utensils are scattered amongst the rubble. The Necrodruid's quarters were not spared during the collapse of her citadel. Let's see what it says on the back here. It's got a corpse down here. Maybe there's like a... Nope, I don't see any numbers. I thought that might be a number. It's a pumpkin. All right, it says here, you cannot suppress a spasm of disgust. Dressed in a sumptuous orange robe, an emaciated corpse of the dreaded Dadashim lies at your feet. Clearly she perished during the reversal. Unless she can communicate with the dead, it would seem that Relda has fabricated her alliance with the Necrodruid. Before returning to the Citadel, you pick up a few items saved from the disaster and browse through several books, with the exception of one of them. Their contents is incomprehensible. All right, I'm going to put this here. I'm going to gain a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this. I get a 350, a 50, a 418, and a 103. Let's party on with all these cards. We'll start with our 103 card. We got objective 3. Okay, that's fantastic. Then we get a 350 card. We're going to shuffle these up here. Give them a good old truffle shuffle. I'm going to grab a 350. Let's take the top one. We have found ourselves an incendiary bomb. I guess 4. Okay, you are carrying a volatile weapon as powerful as it is dangerous. When you reveal you are injured card, roll a die. On a roll of 1, the bomb explodes. Lose 20 life points. Discard this. Oh my gosh, that's really bad. Bomb, secondary projectile, fragile, explosion. I'm going to throw it as the first dude I see. It's going to do 4 damage. That's awesome. I'm going to give that to Brooks. Brooks now has that. We also get a 50 card. So we have all those 50 cards right here. We're going to shuffle them up a little bit. We're going to grab a 50 card from this deck and see what we have. We're just going to grab this one right here. Let's see what we have found. We found ourselves Mysterious Sketch, the book, an autobiography written several cycles ago by a waterbank ship owner, is absolutely inspired except for a passage where it mentions a secret, thanks to which the author would have continued to prosper until his retirement, hidden where no burrower can come to dislodge it. It awaits the day when a successor will approach it. On the next page, sketch has been drawn. I can take a card whose number is equal to the number of your terrain card plus 4 if available. If it's not the right card, return it. Okay, so I have to find this place. All right, we have a mysterious sketch. I may have found this place already. I don't know. I haven't been looking for it. But once I feel like I've found the place, I have to perform this action. And then add 4 to the terrain card. All right, put that in our quest book. Then our last one is 418. This one says, you put on an ornament of braided twigs from which emanates a powerful necrotic aura. It has a tapered stem that necrodruids stick in the back of their skull when they want to absorb its power. Why does this sound like a bad idea? Necrodruidic crown. Immediately after performing a recovery, you may apply the following effects. Take a 451 card. After revealing them, shuffle them and lay them face down in front of you. When you perform an action during the draw step, you must draw from among the stacks as a priority. When you draw the last 451 cards, skip straight to the consequence step. Consider the action a failed. Discard this. Oh my goodness. All right, well, that goes to him. He gets that. Do I have to do that? Immediately after performing a recovery, you may apply the following effect. Okay, good. I don't have to do that because that sounds really bad. That's it for there. I shouldn't say that's it. That was absolutely amazing. We're going to move on now. I'm going to check out card 110. There are 3 110 cards. We're going to take them and give them a good old truffle shuffle here. I'm going to guess that this is going to be that big bad monster of some kind that's down in the basement. Well, let's see what it says here. It says, an oppressive silence hangs over the area as if life has fled or perished. 110. Discard all 110 cards from the adventure deck without revealing them. I have to do a think action or a locked action of drawing 1 card and having 1 if the evolved character has weakness. You do not give in to the despondency, regaining your freedom. After cycles of captivity has taught you that nothing is ever hopeless. Take 1 49 card or return 3 glimmers of hope to take a 99 card. Oh my gosh, that's really good. All right, we're going to do that. I have to discard the other 110 cards, so I'll put those into the past. And at this point, I'm just going to draw. I have to restore myself. I have no cards. Brooks has 0 cards left, but there's not really much more I think we have to do. This is about the last thing we're going to do. So I'm just going to heal 6. I'm going to grab I guess I actually have to grab the whole thing, don't I? We have to grab the whole thing and shuffle it up. We'll give it a good old truffle shuffle here, just like that. Grab 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't really matter. We're going to grab 6. Those are going to be 3 life points, bringing us down to 20. So we're going to have 20 life points, and then I'm just going to grab 3 cards to get a success here. I'm going to grab those 3. That should be fine. If I don't get 3 cards with this success rate, I should lose. I got 1. Wow, I got a billion. Look at that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 3 cards. That's pretty awesome. We're going to put those there. I am able then, because we successfully did this, you do not give in to despondency, regaining your freedom after the cycle is captive caught you by nothing but hopeless. I get 49 card or return 3 glimmer of hopes to take a 99 card. Now we only have 2 of the what do you call them? Glimmer of Hope. So we'll just grab another Glimmer of Hope card from the box. I think we only have 2. Let's take a look. Maybe we have 3. No, we do. We only have 2 Glimmers of Hope. So I am going to grab 1 more Glimmer of Hope and stick it with us. Thought we only had 2. We'll put those right there. We'll discard this event to right there. And then, now that we found out what actually happened to Derricks, we will we'll head out of here. I do have that ability here that I can return to the Citadel. We have one problem. Denim only has 10 health, so she's going to take 10 health and probably die on the way there. It says, all characters may choose to lose a total. Oh, they can use a total of 10 life points. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Okay, we're this guy's just going to lose 10 life points. Bonk, done. Okay, easy, as they say, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, mac and cheesy. I can't believe I said that. You return to the Citadel by the same road you took. Each unconscious character gains 1 life point. Nope. Discard all terrain cards from the board, including the terrain card. That's the only one I got on the board right now. And open the threat book to where the bookmark is and read the epilogue to end the scenario. Here's our epilogue. Crowded in the center of the camp, the members of your community are watching as you make your way up the path. You are only a few steps away, and already the questions start to rain down on you. So what news? Any good news at least? Have you found anything? Is Rilda allied with Derricks? If you have returned to the Citadel, Citadel card, discard it. Well, had it, we used it, we discarded. Okay, discarded that. I'm guessing that goes into the past. All right, discard that to the past. Then if you have 0 objectives, read 549. I think we actually got all 3. That's pretty amazing. Oh my gosh, for what I thought was going to be an absolutely hopeless journey here, because it took me forever to even find anything that had to do with the pumpkin quest, we did get 3 objective cards. 1, 2, 3. So we get to read number 589. Climbing a stone to be seen and heard by all, you wait for silence. My friends, the Citadel of Dadashim is nothing but a pile of ruins, and the Necro-Druid is dead. Cheers greet your announcement. Oh, really? What proof do you have? Asked Carilio, suspicious. Her corpse, which I saw with my own eyes. Rilda is nothing but an impostor, the head of a band of brigands, and we're going to put an end to them. After the warm applause, you're besieged by all those who want to be part of the resistance. We take 399 cards. If a discouragement, which it's not, is in play, return it. Then return to the dialogue book and read the conclusion on page 12 of the threat booklet. So I get 399 cards. The camp has gathered to witness the entrance of the 3 deserters. Surely you aren't considering letting them live with us, Carilio says. They will betray us as soon as they've a chance. And have you thought about Rydla's reaction? How much longer are we going to bow down? These 3 men are the sign we were hoping for. Others like them are just waiting for us to reach out a hand. It is up to us to show them where their interest lies, which is to join us in rebuilding a new world in security and solidarity. Words can save many lives, but if we must fight, we will fight. We will pay the price of blood. We will lose loved ones, but we will win. So we return all of our quest objective cards. So these are all going to go back to the box. Each player discards their hand of cards, and when the soldiers show up at the Citadel, you can either try to convince them to turn their backs on their commander and join your community, or fight Rydla and her troops to put an end to their actions. If you choose the diplomatic option, your production score will need to be as high as possible when you read the epilogue. Keep in mind that confrontation will be inevitable if you do not manage to convince the majority of the soldiers. If you choose the military option, it is your defense score that will matter when you read the epilogue. The higher it will be, the fewer casualties you will suffer in battle. It has been several days since you returned from your journey when a young vagrant boy appears before you. Rydla is back. You rush to the gate of the camp to find 3 henchmen covered in dust. They're scouts. The bulk of the troop can't be far away, the worried lookout whispers to you. The oldest soldier hesitates before saying, We wanted to warn you that Rydla will be returning to claim her tribute. Are you betraying your command? This trap is a little too big. There are strange things happening in the camp. Sort of fluffy cocoons are appearing on our tents, clothes, and even skins. It started after we stopped at Dadashim's Citadel. It has spread ever since. We tried to get rid of them, but as soon as we touch them, this filth multiplies. Rydla refuses to see sense or listen to reason, so we decided to leave before getting infected. And you choose to seek refuge with your victims? We're not proud of what we did, but we had to survive. We are strong and work hard and know how to fight. We want to join you and return to a dignified life. So at this point, we have finished the scenario, the Gladius and the Pumpkin. So if you want to begin the next scenario immediately, we just go ahead and begin. Otherwise, we'll save the game. Of course, we'll save the game right here. Moving into the next scenario will be our next video. I'm super excited for how awesome this game has gone. Again, just like every other video, if you have any ideas of how to use the Hope Reborn cards, please leave them in the comments section below. I would love to hear from everyone. We are, I think, one space away from getting to 301, which is one of the outlying cards. So we'll probably go for that, but then after that, I don't really know what to do. Should I build more buildings? Should I put more into my defense and production? There's a lot of things we could possibly do on that Destiny tracker. And there you have it. We have completed yet again another mission in Dadashim's Awakening, which is pretty sweetness. We were able to do the Gladius and the Pumpkin. I think we did pretty good. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when more playthroughs of the 7th Citadel come out. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments section below. I would love to hear from everyone. If you're interested in supporting the channel, don't forget to check out the Patreon link. That is also in the description of this video as well. Those that have joined the Patreon are shown here on the screen. Thank you so much for your your patronage, it means the world to me. You're able to do a lot of neat things from being a Patreon member. One of them is you can help decide how some of the games we play are determined. You can decide who we play with, how we're supposed to level our characters up. Like, hopefully I can get my video out early enough so I can have them vote on how to use our Hope Reborn cards. Also, every video that Colin and I do when it comes to our playthroughs, we put them out a day or two ahead of time for the Patreon supporters without commercial interruptions so that you may watch them and enjoy them. So there you have it. Again, we have completed another mission in Hashim's Awakening. This game is super cool. I'm so glad we're able to play this game, and I'm going to be completing this entire mission book or die trying, one of the two. So if you're excited to see more of the 7th Citadel or anything else that Colin and I have coming up, then I need you to meet me at the table.